Residents seeing some relief. This summer in Phoenix, now a record for the hottest in recorded history, topping last year's record. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
After 12 years on the market, somebody has stepped up to buy basketball legend Michael Jordan's home near Chicago. The 9-bedroom, 19-bath house that includes a putting green, cigar room, and basketball courts, selling for about $15 million, half the initial asking price. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Get your tickets today for Blues, Brews, and Barbecues on November 2nd at the Community Rec Center in Marinette, Wisconsin. 6 award-winning barbecue pitmasters go head-to-head while your taste buds get punched in the mouth. With lip-smacking barbecue, you'll listen to Blues Hall of Fame legend Joe Moss. Following Joe, blues icon Toronzo Cannon hits the stage, playing tunes from his #1 album, Shut Up and Play. VIP tickets are only $27.50 and include barbecue samples from all 6 competitors, a full beverage of your choice, VIP pit passport, and both concerts. General admission tickets are just $17.50. Learn more at fishonmarinette.com and click on the pig. That's fishonmarinette.com. Sponsored by Fincantieri Marinette Marine, the Motor Company, Farmers Merchants Bank and Trust, Anderson's Culligan, and Travel in Wisconsin. Blues, Brews, Barbecues. Come get some.
Supported by Travel Wisconsin.
I'm Lisa Hale with WGBW News. Your news in depth. Find it in the news section at WGBW.FM.
Civic Media News, I'm Derek Tritz. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance held a rally in Eau Claire Tuesday. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden spoke as well. It was Vance's second stop in Eau Claire in 6 weeks. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris is set to campaign Friday night in Madison. People in southwest Wisconsin are just learning about a cyber attack that happened 11 months ago. Terry Bell reports.
People in and around Richland Center were notified over the weekend about a cybersecurity incident from almost a year ago. Richland County officials confirmed their server was hacked on or about October 4th of last year. A toll-free number has been set up to help people with questions. Terry Bell, Civic Media News.
And that's what you need to know. I'm Derek Tritz, and this is Civic Media News.
The Brewers' magic number is 1. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kusko with sports, filling in for Mike Clemens. Milwaukee lost 5-1 to the Phillies on Tuesday, but because the Chicago Cubs also lost, the Brewers need either a win or a Cubs loss on Wednesday to clinch the NL Central and a playoff spot. With the Cubs game likely done before the Brewers take the field against the Phillies, Milwaukee could know its playoff fate before first pitch tonight. The Green Bay Packers may be without Jordan Love for a second straight game due to an MCL sprain, but Coach Matt LaFleur is ready to go with Malik Willis, who he said is prepared if they need him again.
Every game's a little bit different, and just in my initial glimpses of Tennessee's defense, I mean, this is a pretty salty group. It's got a lot of good veterans on it, and there's some premier players over there, so it's going to be a tough task regardless. But we'll put together a game plan, one that we feel like can give us an opportunity to win the game.
The Packers take on Tennessee this Sunday at noon. Filling in for Mike Clemens, I'm Jimmy Kuska with Civic Media Sports.
You can always continue the conversation on social media. Share your thoughts when you find and follow Civic Media on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
Currently, 53 degrees.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, our statewide Text to Win Green and Gold contest continues. Dr. Laura Hanks here with public service announcement at 11:33. Don't miss it.
Matnair on air, weekday mornings at 10.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WG.
Coming to Northeast Wisconsin live from the Civic Media Studios and featuring TV and radio broadcast veteran John Mino, along with the City of Green Bay's longest-serving mayor, Jim Schmidt. This is Mino and the Mayor.
Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
And here are your hosts, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you.
Like Todd said when I came in, I said, "Oh, it's gonna be a great day." He goes, "It's hump day." You know,
Absolutely.
halfway there.
It's cheeseburger day.
Really?
I can't think of anything much better than. By the way,
No.
I'm just gonna make a declaration.
All right.
I will be donating a skillet grill to the.
Oh,
yes.
Had it talked
6:06 a.m. Wow. What did your pastor say?
So John will get back
Confession.
to you.
You're like John.
No, I was told by somebody else that I should probably do it. I think you know who.
That's great that she said that.
Yeah, she's got a conscience. So anyway,
Now, wait
That's
a minute.
awesome.
Who is it?
Julie.
What's his wife?
Well, of
He's the
course.
person he listens to. I know somebody else like that too.
Yeah. So anyway,
Are
you
they
will-
in this building
Yeah,
right now?
they are. They're
You
sitting
will
right next
have-
to each other.
You will have the grill.
That's awesome, John.
Yeah.
Are you going to come to the event?
No. But the thing is, when it says cheeseburger day,
Oh man,
somebody was even talking yesterday about it's a great thing.
Smash burger.
What exactly is a smash burger versus a cheeseburger?
Well, smash burger, you take like a ball and you just smash it, right? Isn't that?
And I think sometimes you put the onions right in it and all that
Right.
kind of stuff, and then you smash it out
It's
real
like
flat.
It's like
Okay.
it's like at Al's.
Which you couldn't do on a grill.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Because you would
It would like fall
go
through.
through. Yeah.
Just so thin. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's cheeseburger day, and I didn't know that, I am going to have one today. Do you have a favorite?
No, but I'll tell you what. I had a good the other night at, and this is typical. The other night at Luxembourg at the high school for the game.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was their booster club or the coaches. We walk in, they had cheeseburgers and onion rings and fries for the entire crew, and it was from a bowling alley.
Oh yeah,
A bowling alley grill in Luxembourg.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what bowling alley, but it's like this is a phenomenal
Yeah.
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It was thick, it was juicy, it
Yeah.
was steaming hot. It was you those commercials we were talking about the old drive-in when
Yeah.
they'd have that cheese is melting. It was so I don't know where it was, what it is, but it's a little back room kitchen in a
Great.
bowling alley in Luxembourg, and I'll take that cheeseburger over almost anything.
Yeah, that would be up there as my favorite.
Yeah, those kind
what
of
they
places.
call comfort food or whatever. But that, you know what I like? I don't know if you want to ask our listeners, but you know who's got a great cheeseburger is the right place.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Oh, I used to go there because our station used to be over there.
Right.
Used to have cheeseburger and booyah. Whenever somebody would say, hey, John, could I take you out for lunch, talk about an event, chat another time, which is great. But I'd always have a cheeseburger and booyah.
That's pretty Wisconsin.
Yeah, it is. But it was
Wow.
it's a well-rounded. But I always felt like, you're getting your vegetables in the booyah.
Of course. And you're getting your
Getting your
cheese,
protein. Getting your stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Todd, you should have been with me and Murph and Katie yesterday.
I bet that was fun.
It was like you get out of the mode of the quips. You know how you quip so much that you don't notice something. And like Tammy's got a little something where she's doesn't eat the bun of a hamburger.
Okay.
So you showed her hamburger or whatever, with no bun. And I go, oh, keto? She says, no, so-and-so. And Murph goes, Mano, you should try to get that.
It's like you guys have never left each other, right?
And then, Murph is like, he orders a salad. He goes, but I also need a protein. It's like, what? Who am I with? What know you people get so healthy? What do you mean you need a protein? What does that mean?
Oh, when the clock starts ticking,
I
it's
know,
like
right?
They start looking at that.
I'm going to be that guy.
Where'd you go to
someday.
lunch?
Excuse me. Is it called the Bourbon House?
Oh yeah,
On Main, just down the road here.
that's right.
Really nice.
That's a good place.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good food. The whole thing was great.
That's a father-son thing, isn't it?
I don't
The
know.
owners?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Whenever I go to a
Family.
restaurant, there, I have a hard time passing up the bacon chicken wrap. That's kind of like my go-to.
And yeah, that's good.
Wraps.
And
I always get a wrap. I don't know if it's any healthier or
oh,
anything.
that's like the wraps. You think they're healthier because there's no bread. It's
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
Yeah.
Are they?
I don't
know. Are they, Todd?
I don't know.
Jim Gaffigan does a whole thing on wraps.
Oh, yeah.
And that is really funny. So he's totally funny.
I still think my favorite thing is this thing. I went to visit my wife's family in Wisconsin for 8 pounds.
I told you that when, of course, I always watch Jay Leno, but he's a big Harley guy, right? So he came in for the Harley ride and
came here.
Well, to Milwaukee.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Okay, yeah.
Because I go back to Wisconsin. He goes, I look fit. Because in California, he's always like 15 pounds overweight. Because people say I'm looking good. It's all in the crowd, you know?
Absolutely. Oh, you gotta check. Dexter, get a cheeseburger at the Replay in Westy Pier. $1 burgers on Wednesday.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good friend of mine that owns that place.
Oh.
A veteran, and it's right across from the fairgrounds.
And that's today.
Yeah, we used to go there a lot when I worked at one place. Almost every Wednesday we'd go there. $1 burgers, and I mean it's not any kind of a scam or something. It's legit.
Oh, and that Green Bay Burger right here on Broadway, he's been on here. That's there's a lot of good cheeseburgers. I don't know that I've had I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I've had a bad cheeseburger, come to think of it. I just like
pretty tough to make a bad cheeseburger, I guess. You know, the only thing I will say is this.
Cheese is too thin?
Wow, the patties have gotten thinner over the years. Yeah. Haven't they?
Oh my God.
And that was the thing with this place from Luxembourg, this bowling alley. It was thick. You know, it was like I swear 3/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
And juicy. There just seemed to be, you know, my dad used to say the thing that hurt the mining industry was when they started making cars thinner.
Yeah.
The bodies, they would roll them out. He told me the dimensions are, I mean, I wouldn't, but he said just by adjusting that roller on rolling out that metal, like changed the economy. You know, the slightest little thing changed like an industry.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit, though, with that whole planned obsolescence, right? They kind of wanted them to wear out so people would buy cars more often.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I believe that.
I don't know that thinner cheeseburgers make me buy more. It makes me go someplace else where they're thicker.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have one really thick than two really thin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I'd break. I'm going to give you the name of a place that.
Okay.
But isn't smash burgers are kind of that thinner thing, though, isn't it?
But
Because
really a lot wider
then you get the crispy edges.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Do you put them in a bun or not? Eat them in a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They make
yeah,
buns
and
big
they
enough?
said the onions are right there. Todd, talking about these thin burgers, they're pretty thin. I mean, a smash burger would look good next to some of the burgers I'm thinking
Okay.
of.
Okay.
So,
All right.
smash burgers that's Al's, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way
My
they make
dad,
them.
when he grilled burgers, they were hockey pucks afterward. Like my
Yeah.
mom and dad overcooked everything.
Yeah.
The
I know.
chicken was dry, you know.
Yeah. Oof, no.
Nothing worse than burnt chicken on the grill.
Yeah.
Hey, is there anything else you can kind of overcome? A burnt chicken.
Our chicken wasn't done till it was charbroiled.
Really,
Oh,
huh?
man. It would be on there for days.
My father-in-law made smoked chicken.
Oh,
and
really?
It was unbelievable what he did.
Is
He
that
took
like
whole-
Jamaica chicken? Is that what they
well,
do in
it's
Jamaica?
the whole wood chips,
Yeah.
you know, and they're on there forever.
Yeah.
But it was the most moist. Just it was
Really?
Don really knew what he was doing with it.
I would love to be one of those. I can't do a single thing. I can't cook. I can't grow anything. I can't do anything. But a buddy of mine said he just bought a smoker.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
well, that
I would
that
love
put
to do that.
That I would put on my deck, not two
Yeah.
grills, but I would put a smoker on there. Yeah, that. But I don't. Then we're going to eat more. You know, think
Wait a
about
minute.
that.
Wait. Why is a grill and a smoker less redneck than two grills?
I'm waiting. I'd like to hear this
Thank
one.
you, Todd.
I was thinking the
Oh, I got
same
caught.
damn thing.
I thought we were going to keep
Busted on
moving.
that one. No.
We're going to keep moving.
Yeah.
man.
No. What's your favorite burger? Cheese. It's National Cheeseburger Day. What's your favorite cheeseburger out there, folks? And if you got a little bar, like when I own Frog Station,
Yes.
when I take that, I'm going to
I
have the
remember
greatest
that.
cheeseburgers in that place ever.
And you want to be known for something that's really, really good, and then you can
Absolutely.
build around it.
Absolutely.
But I too, I would take that over your bacon wrap or chef
Yeah.
salad or something. I
Yeah.
would have the best cheeseburger.
And that cheese got to be melted just
And
right.
it's like
Don't you hate that? I actually was at a burger. Actually, I think it closed now. What's the one place? There's a truck stop in like Maribel or one of those places along the highway. But anyway, Mishicot exit, whatever. I'm not trying to put. But anyway, when I bought 2 cheeseburgers, it was one of those long. I was coming back from Chicago.
Was it that gas station?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a little, and
I know
you
it.
can't expect what are you saying?
Right.
But it's like the cheese was cold. It was like ice, like I went back. I said, I'm sorry, but look at the cheese is in the slice melted, and they were okay. They gave me new ones. But what would you do in this case? So I was at a wedding reception the other night. I got a text here from Mark. Freddy's Burgers are really good. That's the new place in Bellevue, I think, right?
No, I haven't heard of that.
I think it
Freddy's
is.
Burgers?
I think it's the new place by Costco. I think you kind of go past it going to Costco in
You know
Bellevue.
what? You're right. And it kind of looks like a burger place.
Yeah.
It's a cool.
Yeah, it's more of a
awnings.
chain.
Right.
It's
yeah.
a chain. Yeah. But yeah.
Do you remember Fuddruckers?
Yes.
I've seen them. Yeah. I've
That-
never been to one.
Oh my God.
Really? I was not impressed.
Oh, because you can.
Were
put
they
so
in
much-
Wisconsin?
Yeah, there was one in Appleton for a while.
But what was good about that is you would order your burger, but you could put so much on.
Yeah.
You know, they had like a salad bar for burgers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't need that.
Yeah, me either.
I don't need that.
Okay.
Although I still say my favorite burger is what I had in Flint the first time I went there, a Halo burger. I'd never had a cheeseburger with mayonnaise and olives.
That's you could do that at Fud
That I love.
Yeah.
Love,
Yeah, you can
love,
mix
love.
it up, guacamole.
So what would you do on this? So I was at a wedding reception the other night. So I ordered 2 Tito's and Diet. And I said Diet Sprite, Diet 7.
Tito's is gin. Vodka.
And she comes, I go, those must not be for me. Because it was Diet Coke. I said, she said, what did you order? I said, Tito's and Diet 7-Up, Diet Sprite. She says, all I heard was Diet, so I assumed Diet Coke. I said, do most people put Coke and vodka together? Have you ever heard of that before?
I know.
No. I said, what are you going to do with them? She says, I'm going to dump them out.
Did you take him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you still ordered your regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had 4 drinks.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Yeah.
So how would you have handled this one then? When I told this story, I was in Nagani a couple of weeks ago, and I stopped at a Subway, and the girl didn't know how to make a chicken salad. It's new on their menu or whatever, and she was the only one working, and there's a line behind us, and I felt bad and whatever. And
yeah,
my debit card wouldn't work. Okay, it worked. I mean, just at the gas station. It's not, you know what I mean? Nothing, you know where it's working. She said, I think our internet's down, so it's not working. She says, do you have cash? I'm like, no, I don't. I said, do you have an ATM? She says, no, I don't. I said, I'm sorry, I can't pay. And I walked away. I walked out the door. Because there was such a line behind me. I didn't want to be that guy holding everybody up. So she came out there. She said, here, you can just have it. We can't waste food.
A Subway?
Yeah.
Just the opposite happened to me.
Okay.
I was at the Subway in Elkhart Lake, and I walked in there and saw some other people from the Osthoff. Hey, how you doing, Jim? Good. And they were in front of me. They left. I ordered, I don't remember what I ordered, and I gave the guy American Express. We don't take American Express. You got cash? I said, no, I don't need cash. I said, I got a check.
Sounds like us at that benefit that day.
Right. I said, I got a check. And he said, we don't take checks. I said, look, anyway, the guy, he just took the sandwich and he threw it out right in front of me.
No!
Oh, my gosh.
Right in front of me.
Oh,
he threw it
my
out.
God.
He took it and just said, nope, and threw it out.
And she told me, she
That's
ran
pretty
out
cool.
to my car. She says, we can't waste food. We can't throw food away.
No, they got to call the guy in Elkhart Lake.
Let's get him on the phone. We got to set a quick break. Mind on the Mayor. Big show coming up. Back after this.
This is the talk of Green Bay, WGBW.
Do you have a home you'd like to rent out but don't know where to start? Consider Simple Life Rentals, a property management company partnered with booking sites like Airbnb and Expedia, amplifying your home's exposure to the marketplace. Simple Life Rentals screens guests and creates an owner portal with analytics, rental agreements, and legal guidelines. We give you complete visibility into how your manager's doing, ensuring your property is well maintained and maximizing your return on investment. Get peace of mind. SimpleLifeRentals.com.
From the Lake Shore to Lake Winnebago.
Door to Fond du Lac counties.
Northeast Wisconsin is special for many different reasons. I'm Lisa Hale.
And I'm Terry Barr. Family and fun.
Safe communities and friends. We're featuring all of it as part of New Wisco Weekend, a news magazine show just for you, and highlighting what makes the Fox Valley and Green Bay area a great place to live.
Join us.
New Wisco Weekend, Saturday mornings at 8, Sundays at 11 on WGBW and WISS and the Civic Media app. The talk of Green Bay, WGBW.
Hey, welcome back. Mind on the Mayor here on a good-looking Wednesday. I'd tell you the temperatures, but Todd once again shirked his duties by
Are they
putting
not
them
up there?
Yeah.
It is 71.
I'm saying 59.
It is currently in Green Bay, 53, 59 in Appleton, and 59 in Oshkosh.
How hot's it going to get today?
Not sure.
I think Friday's supposed to be like 84 again or
I think
something.
85 today.
85, wow.
So Cameron, our man from TV 26.
NBC 26.
NBC 26 that Todd had on here as my mystery guest for my birthday, which was great. He's got that three degree guarantee.
Yeah.
And if he's right, $100 goes to a charity.
Yeah.
And it's the new community shelter.
Oh!
And we're like he's been batting I think 99%. So
Awesome.
We got thousands of dollars.
That's nice.
That's
great.
fantastic. You bet.
It's great because it just, and he mentions that too. He goes, no,
What do you think with that? You'd be able to buy your own grill. I mean, I'm just toss that out there.
Okay, that was funny.
Quick camera. Give it to them today.
Oh,
Got this one from Sheila. How do you like your burger cooked? I like mine well done / burnt. I do too. I don't understand you people that like semi-raw things. And I know that's considered higher class.
No.
Yeah, it is. Because even in Goodfellas, remember they're in prison, but they got like the penthouse suite of prisons, and the guy's cooking steaks up there. And they asked the guy, "How do you like your steak done?" And it's like rare. He goes, "Oh, an aristocrat." So it's like the rarer, the more high class people.
I haven't heard that. But
Oh yeah.
I did grow up on Ground Round, so yes. Okay.
Saturday, Abbey Bar in Westy
That's
Pierce
a good
celebrating
one.
50 years in business. Proud to say I've been going to that bar for 48 of those 50 years. That's cool.
The Abbey was our go-to place because I went to school at St. Norbert, right?
Well, you worked there, didn't you?
That was stumbling distance from where.
That's right across the
I was.
street,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah, it's great.
I like that old little place.
Great.
I mean,
Great
we had
service,
so much fun there.
Good music, good food.
And how funny is that the lady that runs the hospitality thing up here in Green Bay, she worked those morning shows I used to do over there.
Just wait, tell me that again.
When we did the for Simple Life Hospitality.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She owns the company, basically, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was a waitress.
Yes.
At we used to do burgers for breakfast.
Yeah.
Me and Vince over there every Friday morning.
So I don't know if I told you, I went to, when I had my own company, we made shirts and had them embroidered. And the lady's like, Mr. Schmidt. And I'm like, do I know you? She goes, yes. She goes, I was the librarian at St. Norbert. I'm like, well, you got a hell of a memory.
Yes.
I wasn't in there very long.
Wow. Wow. That is
Anyway,
a
I was
memory.
very impressed with her. So anyway.
Wow.
So didn't even ask the price.
Got this. The best burgers in the world are at the Anchor Inn in Superior. They were on diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Oh.
I got the cream cheese and green olives burger.
Oh, you just said that. Do you know that place?
No, I don't. I used to travel through Superior, but it wasn't the kind of place you wanted to hang out in when I was living up in northern Minnesota. That was a tough town back today.
Oh?
I remember, did I tell you that story time? Me and my buddy went there. We're going to go to Duluth, but we're going to go get cheap beer in Superior first, hang out at some of those bars.
Yeah.
And he snapped his key in the lock. Remember, had to get a guy out to pick the lock for, or hot wire the car for him.
It wasn't too hard, though, right?
No, he know how to do it, just like nothing to
Everybody
it.
can anybody help me?
That's a true story. Hey, guys.
Everybody raise their hand.
We broke the key. We got to get back up to Virginia, which was like 60 miles. It was like 20 below. We were stranded. We got like $20 between us. Can anybody hotwire your car? Like 6 guys raise their hand. Yeah, it was like the bar in Airplane. You know what I mean? When there's like, remember the beginning where they're in that real dive bar with all the sailors and they're fighting and the whole thing? You remember that?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I could still watch that movie like almost any time.
Oh, man, right?
Anytime.
There's a couple movies if you're like, just not feeling good.
Yeah,
That's one to
watch that
that's
movie.
One to
All
find.
you have to watch sometimes is 10 minutes because there will be about 6 gags in 10 minutes.
What?
You could watch 10 minutes of that movie.
Oh, my God.
And laugh like 6 times. Because there'll be 6 subtle
Absolutely.
things. Like the Japanese guy committing Harry Carey.
Oh,
You can't take the guy's stories
There's
anymore.
so many things in there. That is one funny movie.
That is
that's a good one.
funny, yes. How would you like your coffee, dear? Same way I like my men. All right.
Anyway,
so, let us know. What's the best cheeseburger place around? What's your favorite cheeseburger? It's Air Force Day.
Oh, nice.
Good job, Air Force. When I grew up, though, Air Force guys weren't real popular in my area because there was a base, Air Force base, like 20 miles from our hometown, and they used to always come into our town to, hang out. And there was actually a riot one time between guys from Negaunee and the Air Force base. I mean,
Really?
like a riot, yeah, where people were using like snow tire chains and things like that, going after each other. Yeah, right downtown in Negaunee, my little town.
Why wouldn't they appreciate I don't get it.
Because they'd come there and chase the local girls.
Oh, I see. They're the jealousy. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. No
All right.
question. Equal pay day. All right.
Okay. We're not there.
We're not there to what? Equal pay?
No.
You and me?
Well,
or do you mean who? What?
I'm just talking about I think Equal Pay Day means men and women. I
Oh,
think.
okay. Yeah, I would imagine.
I was reading this morning on the, I think it was one of the wealthiest communities in Wisconsin, not River Falls, outside of Milwaukee. It's only 1,400 people, but the average lot size is an acre. And the
Whitefish Bay?
No, it wasn't Whitefish Bay. I'll look it up at the break. But anyway, it was average income, but then it had, I don't know why they broke this down, but it had like average income for men and for women. Now, maybe the women didn't work.
Yeah.
But
well,
holy mackerel.
I will say this. The professional women I know that do whatever they make a lot of money. They're real successful.
As long as they're paid.
I mean, like the real estate and some of these other corporate jobs or sales and
Well, real
pharmaceutical sales. And I know women that have done phenomenally well. And deservedly so. There's not even a question.
But those are commission-based, and I think they work harder.
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. It's like once the floodgates were open for things like that, boy, they took advantage of it in the right way.
Right. But what
They
I'm
went
saying is
after
that the manager of this division and that division, one's male, one's female, are making the exact same.
Okay.
I think that's what we're talking about today.
Got it. Yep. Says Superior, it is still a tough town. The place is grungy-looking dive, but the food is amazing. I love those kind of places.
Oh, yeah. You know that diners, dives, and whatever?
Yeah.
They had all the Wisconsin places in there. Did you see that?
No, is that Gil? What's his name? Is that the geese with the like spiky blondish hair? Is that him? Ferrari?
Yeah.
Ferrari. Or maybe it was the
Thierry.
Thierry.
But he had the list of like Wisconsin or Midwest places. That would be fun to do a road trip.
Absolutely.
And just
go to those
trace his
different
tracks.
places.
Yep.
Yeah. No question. I think that'd be a
Todd,
blast.
Can we take a show
Yeah,
on the
Todd.
road?
I mean, we did that down in Fond du Lac.
Sure.
I mean,
can do that.
Oshkosh. Why can't we do something like that?
We can do
man.
whatever you guys want.
That would be fun.
I agree.
That
totally
would be
agree.
fun. But
I totally agree.
We get us on a couple cell phones in really bad areas of the state with no cell
Absolutely.
coverage.
And now Todd, we're gonna put the cook on. She's been here since 1964. She just gotten out of high school.
Don't swear.
Right.
What's it? Margie. Hello. Margie.
That would be.
Oh, I can't tell you how I cook my cheeseburgers. It's a special secret.
She's back in the kitchen with a cigarette in her
Right,
mouth.
right.
Ashes
Ashes
hanging
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be.
A little shorty beer on the side. Just
I wonder-
sipping it.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I wonder where the closest place is to us that guy featured. We should look at that,
I'll
Johnny.
look
That
at
would be a fun
Yeah, that
thing
would
to
be.
do for one of our days. 'cause
That would be.
He's great. He's very good, big following. So anyway, yes.
All right, cool. All right, we got John Kramer up coming down the road and talking about his great new career with the Press Times. Ben and Deanna Malcor, big things happening there
They'll be in a good mood
very
today.
soon. Ace champion Tammy out.
To the talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for the Todd Allball Show.
Enjoying this local program? Find the complete Civic Media lineup at civicmedia.us or the Civic Media app.
Some good news for diesel users as we head into the fall, as the prices may become favorable. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and here with us is Jason Schwantz, the Vice President of Energy at CHS, to explain why this may be occurring and how much those prices may drop.
Actually, the supply chain is pretty full. Refinery run rates have been running at some historical highs, and the supply chain seems to be in a fairly good spot. I think the economy is playing somewhat of a factor, too. I think interest rates making it a little tougher on the economy, and that is actually affecting demand. And therefore, I think for this fall season, we're going to start out in a good position. Now, I think there's an extremely large crop out there, and how fast it comes on with this warm weather that we've been having could be a factor in that.
Jason Schwantz says that the diesel prices are something that we're going to want to keep an eye on these next few weeks. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and we'll take a look at some agriculture news right after these messages.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Rural Mutual is the #1 farm insurer in Wisconsin for a good reason. As a company founded by farmers, they understand the ag industry and its challenges. Local agents offer farm families the best advice and personalized coverage. Visit ruralmutual.com to find an agent near you.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Wisconsin Farm Bureau is the trusted voice leading agriculture forward. Through the efforts of farmers, supported by organizations like Farm Bureau, agriculture continues to sustainably advance, meeting the needs of today while addressing the challenges that come with feeding a growing population. By providing resources, training, and advocacy, Farm Bureau empowers farmers to embrace sustainable solutions for a stronger tomorrow.
A voice for farmers, a vision for agriculture. Wisconsin Farm Bureau.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and remember to follow along with us on all things agriculture by downloading our app, The Farm. You can download it at thefarmwi.com or on your app store. Now for a look at your agriculture news. A professor at UW-Platteville is conducting research on cow burps to track the greenhouse emissions out of the animals. Also, the Wisconsin Farm Bureau Foundation, Ag in the Classroom, has donated $5,000 to help students meet academic standards while also incorporating agricultural concepts into their learning. Giving you a look at some agriculture news from the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
This is your local Civic Media radio station. Want to hear even more? Anytime? Find all of it at civicmedia.us.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
It's 51 at our studios.
During life's most trying times, it helps to have someone with experience and understanding at your side. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory has attentive staff in De Pere, available 24 hours a day, and nearly 100 years of business experience, which can provide comfort during those difficult times. Call them at 920-336-3171 or visit them at ryanfh.com. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory, local people serving local families since 1926.
Save big money on your next flooring update right now at Menards. Complete your room with Shaw floors. From durable and waterproof vinyl plank flooring to soft and luxurious carpet, Shaw has all of the flooring options for every room in your home. Head to Menards and save big on Shaw flooring. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
From the home of the frozen tundra, Green Bay's choice for Welcome back to Mino and the Mayor. Join the conversation now by calling 920-264-0606. 920-264-0606. Now, once again, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Mino and the Mayor, National Cheeseburger Day. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're kind of fastened with this one. I'm going to look. It's, Mark said Freddy's burgers are very good.
Yeah.
Got this one from Sheila. How do you like your burger cooked? Mine has to be well done or burnt. I mentioned that one. Other person said medium. Pink in the middle.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. That's me coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I heard that already.
Gruyere cheese, fried onions. Gruyere?
Yep.
Gruyere cheese, fried mushrooms, and fried onions and mushrooms. I don't know Gruyere cheese.
That sounds good.
It's kind of it tastes
really
a little bit like Swiss, but I think it's softer.
Okay.
You guys don't have your the stream on your phones, do you?
Oh, I just put it on. Yes, I did to read the things. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is, John.
That's
that
got
noise in the background.
Heard it come out. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know, Todd. It's my first day in radio. Give me a break.
You missed that training.
Wow.
Anyway, yes, this cheeseburger day. I'm serious about that. I'm going to get a cheeseburger.
Right?
Are you
kidding
we all
me?
are.
Absolutely.
Yes, we all are.
It's going to be a hard time not to get one today.
Yes,
No,
this is great.
After this.
We got a text from a guy. Brian says, have you tried this place called Culver's? They've got good burgers.
They do.
They do.
I'll tell you what. I don't know what the secret is there, but have you ever driven past a Culver's that didn't have at least 12 cars in line?
no.
Right? Is that Starbucks?
So I don't care what day, what time.
And yes,
because their food's consistent and it's decent, right? You can go there, and if you get a burger on Monday, it's going to taste the same thing a month.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else. They have some great Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sundays.
They have good fish too.
Yeah, they do. And their chicken tenders are good.
Yeah, that's a good place. And
yeah,
And he supports farm. He's just a local guy. Now he's obviously goes outside the state of Wisconsin, but he has really built that business on. He started off right outside of Milwaukee.
And why? I mean, you've studied business. Why some fail? A hamburger place.
Right.
Why have some hamburger places gone just bonkers like his, and other ones from years ago that no longer exist?
It's kind of. I know Craig. He's come and given
the
talks.
owner of Culver's.
Yeah.
Oh
and
wow.
He came here and gave talks to like entrepreneur groups. There's no secret. He'll tell you that it's consistency and good customer service.
I was just going to say, it's the culture of the company too, right?
Right.
They treat their people well, and then their people treat the customers
They get
well.
ownership. And
Hello.
it's kind of like a little bit of a quick trip thing. And you go there with your pen and paper.
Todd was just saying that as a as a dig towards a place that only I know.
What's that?
About a place you used to work.
Oh.
Treat people the way they should be treated,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Right, because we've all been through that where it's like, man.
But I remember we had Green Bay got a great place to start a small business or something. So we put a seminar on over at KI, and Craig was one of our speakers. And you go there with your pen and paper, all excited to see this guy flew in on his own plane and stuff. And there was really no secret to it. It was really just treat people well, be consistent, appreciate your employees.
I will say this. I mean, even my brother's gas station. I mean, we were just a gas station out in the middle of no place, whatever. Boy, when you left there that day, that floor had to be shining.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was it's a gas station in a garage. He wanted to make sure it never had that grungy look or feel when people walk in that door. And that sucked because you want to close, you want to be gone, but yet you got to still have the lights on while you're mopping the floor, but you don't want anybody coming in. That's a weird feeling, isn't it? When you're trying to do something, people are still,
it's like,
I need gas.
I know, right?
No,
we're
we're
closing.
closed.
I know,
but that's what I'm saying is, and people used to remark on that.
Yeah.
That it wasn't a grungy gas station up in the UP. It was like sparkling clean.
Yeah. I want to say the other thing about Culver's and other businesses, but Culver's really, they're connected locally. They do a lot of charity things. I'm sure did you waiter there? They do that celebrity waiter thing, and then profits go to some charity.
No, I didn't do one there. I've done them, but not there.
Oh yeah, I
did it one time at Who Hot. Is that still around?
It is.
Okay.
In Ashwaubenon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do it there, but when I went there the first time, I got my own little name badge with my name on with the Culver's thing,
nice.
and the blue
smock.
Yep.
Okay.
With my name on.
All right.
Very cool.
That's very cool.
I tell you what, I did that at McDonald's too, a couple other places, but that is not as easy as you think.
Totally
because they have so many options.
Yeah.
It's not like cheeseburger. It's like, and how they want it and what they want on it. And And everybody takes a credit card, and so.
I'd be bad with the 3 cheeseburgers, hold the onions on one, extra pickles on another.
And that's the way they order.
I know.
And then there's people behind them.
Yeah.
So.
No.
It's like, huh?
I would not be good in jobs like
anyway,
that.
what they had me do.
I'm not sure if there's any job I'd be good in other than BS.
No, this is what Johnny, after
I got to be honest.
After I messed that up a few times, they kind of moved me to the guy when people would order in the drive-thru and go pull up on the side, sir, to number 7.
Oh, yeah.
I would
be
run,
that guy.
I would run the food out.
Okay. That's nice.
Hey,
somebody's got to do it.
Right.
Somebody's got to do it.
They were always, thanks for coming.
You know what else I was good at? Cleaning out houses for closed houses that were going to be like whatever.
Yes.
I was good at that.
Wow. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I used to do that. I used to clean out houses.
Oh.
Yeah. Got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be honest
true.
with you.
That is true.
Yeah.
People, they just
they leave
and
they leave.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked at how many, and I don't know if this is a cause and effect thing. You'd be, I shouldn't say this, but you'd be shocked at how many empty plastic vodka bottles you'd find in a lot of those houses. Like that was the go-to thing when somebody was, you know what I mean? It was never like, oh man, were there the empty Scotch bottles?
Yeah.
No. Boy, were there the empty Jack? Nope.
Yeah.
Fleischmann's was the.
That's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a text here. Dottie's in Madison, Solly's in Milwaukee. Great burgers. Michael, I don't know either one of them.
Me either. What's the place in Milwaukee that everybody goes to? It's got the cows, the ice cream. It's right off of.
It's not the guy that gives
Silver-
like if the Brewers win like 10 in a row, he'll give free hamburgers or something. It's not that place.
No, Elroy's, no.
Elroy's. No, that was it. No, that's not Elroy's. It's a place in Milwaukee. It's an only Milwaukee place. It's like right downtown Milwaukee.
Okay, but the place
it's been there like literally for 70 years.
Yeah, this is off Silver Spring. Everybody goes there. It's like the oasis between,
Yeah, I know where you mean.
That is a great, great burger. And they, again, I'll go back to, key word of burgers is consistency.
Yeah.
We were talking on break about people who've gone downhill because they made them thinner or changed the bun. This place, I can't think of it. I go there all the time. Anyway, I'll think of it. I don't know the other place in Milwaukee that guy mentioned, but the one on Silver Spring is like, they got the cows outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's great.
Like I said, when I lived in Arizona, our backyard, we had Jack in the Box. Is that still around?
Yeah, that's a cheaper burger.
It was pretty crappy food.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't want to get sued by Jack in the Box, but
I don't think you have to worry
even
about
at
that anymore.
2:30 in the morning when you're feeling a little something.
Oh yeah.
It's still it just got the job done. if you were taking
White Castle.
family out for a thing, you went, let's go to Jack in the Box. Back in
I
the day.
remember back there was like this big outbreak of like salmonella or something in the restaurants back in like the early 80s.
I remember
or
that.
something. Yeah, people got really sick.
Yes, they think they were looking for cost. Yeah. Is this beef? I don't know. It could be a horse. That's all right.
Todd from Oshkosh says Cops custard.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the place.
Todd,
you're right.
George Webb's.
George
That's
Webb's
what
is
you're
the one I
talking
was
about.
thinking
That
of.
was,
Yes, thank you.
Tori says there's one in Pesh to go yet.
Yeah.
A what?
George Webb.
George Webb.
In Pesh to go?
That's what Tori says.
Wow.
In Milwaukee, that was our Senator Cole.
Yes.
Like that place.
Yeah.
Go there for
Remember
breakfast
that.
all the time.
Yeah, Culver got this one. Culver's raises a lot of money for the Police Lights of Christmas.
Right.
Fun event, lots of officers, canines, and stuff for kids. That's cool.
Yeah, they do.
That's
a
very
lot.
cool.
And the kids work there, and I think their management. I think they're one of the profit sharing things. They retain employees there, which is key to consistency, right? Like the lady who manages the one her husband did. They both did on Mason Street.
All right.
They're great to the
I still
committee.
want to own the littlest bar in Green Bay, the smallest bar in Green Bay.
John,
And the only thing I'll
money.
sell is cheeseburgers. What? What? The littlest bar in Green Bay, where it like has like 10 seats and that's it. Nobody else. Sorry, can't get in.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. If there's
And
a
the
way.
jukebox would be all old music.
I will say there's something to be said for that because people like if they look outside, there's a line.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this place must be happening.
Yeah.
Now they don't know that you only have
Like Yogi Berra
10
said,
seats in
nobody
there.
goes there anymore. It's too
Right,
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Atlanta does the Cuban sandwich.
Oh.
And it's just a line of people there all
Really?
the time. But
Yeah.
it's like you're talking about
Yeah.
probably 4 seats in the place.
Absolutely.
And, very simple. You order your sandwich, and then there's either it's kind of like a Saturday Night Live. It's like Pepsi, Coke, water, but there's a line of people there, and I think that's really cool because part of it is I want to stand in line. It's that good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you had a big restaurant, nobody would go there because
Yeah, absolutely. This must not be very good. There's nobody here. Yeah. I'm with you.
I like that idea.
Okay, so you got to find me a place to have the smallest bar in Green Bay, and then get me a liquor license.
Full
What
liquor
else?
license or just beer?
Yeah, well, can I sell stuff like just under the table?
Yeah, no. A beer and wine license is a little easier.
Couldn't I just
Full licenses? I don't know if we even have any available right now. So,
All right.
could be. Anyway, that would be cool.
Can I just have stuff in the back room type of thing? I'm back here.
Out the back door.
I'm out.
You're out
I'm
already?
Yeah.
We haven't even got to the.
I do like
We haven't even got to what's it called? Lesson plan.
I do like the idea.
What's it called?
of
You going to business?
Business plan.
We didn't even get to that yet.
Lesson plan.
All right.
Yeah, business plan.
We didn't even fire up the laptop to like start
But-
doing
No.
our thing, and you're out.
Yeah.
There's no spreadsheet started
Yeah.
yet.
Nothing. That was the quickest out in business.
If you had the best
Partnership
cheeseburger
history.
where they could get, a couple things put on it, not too much, and then had the absolute best fries or cheese curds, and that's it.
There's something about fries, man. Is there any one entity that you can have? It's the exact same thing. It's French fries, and they taste so different from some other
yeah.
places.
I agree.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I agree. I'm with
Soggy
it.
fries are ugh,
Don't you like the thinner fries?
thin. Give me a.
I
I still
know,
say the
just-
best fries I ever have is always at like the state fairs, the county fairs. I don't know what they do, but the fair fries are always so good. They use a different grease.
Same grease.
Okay.
I think too. It's like if you double fry it or whatever, you flash fry it first and then you fry it again. I think that.
Okay.
plays it. I throw in a name in the hat here. Pete's Garage Bar in Oshkosh. Great burgers, great bar food. It's the kind of it's one of those places where they won't come to your table to take your order. You got to go up to the bar, right? They're not going to bring it to you. You got to come up to the bar and get it.
All right,
Beautiful.
Everybody,
I would love to go there.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
it's
everybody's
so
got to
great.
go there today.
Pete's Bar in Oshkosh.
Pete's Garage Bar.
Pete's Garage Bar. And get that
In Oshkosh.
cheeseburger.
All right.
Totally. There's just nothing is going to stop me from getting the cheeseburger today. You know what I
Me
mean?
too. I'm
all
with you.
in.
I'm totally with you.
I have to go work out at 10, but then
can
after
work
that,
around
I'll work around. I'll stop it. I don't know.
I got this one. George
place.
Webb's is in the gas station just north of Frank's Logging, just before Peshtigo. Okay. Just seemed like a weird place for a George Webb's, downtown Milwaukee and outskirts of Peshtigo.
We had one. I mean, we had one in Fond du Lac, and
you did?
Oh yeah, we'd go there after bar on a Saturday night. You know, bar would close, and
Absolutely.
we'd go over to George Webb's.
Absolutely.
Did they have one in Two Rivers? Or is it
I
Phil
don't
Rohr's?
know.
Maybe I'm getting that mixed
Phil
up.
Rohr's.
Okay.
There's definitely a Phil Rohr's in Two Rivers.
All right.
Or Manitowoc, one of the two.
No, it's
Yeah.
Two Rivers. It's okay.
So you used to hang out at Rudy's
Oh, yeah.
bowling alley?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Yeah. We like
I thought they were going to get that started again, but it looks like it's closed again, huh?
Yeah. But Two Rivers, I follow them, obviously, because I think that's a very cool little city.
I love it.
You read, they've got stuff going on there.
All the time.
All the time.
And their
Like, all the
community gets
time.
behind it like crazy. I mean, every event I have done in Two Rivers has just been jammed.
13,000 people,
Yes.
and they just bring it in, and they've got, they
I
just
don't
do
care
it
what
right.
the event is, the community gets behind it.
And they did it right. You know, you talk about planning a city. They preserved historical things.
Absolutely.
Right? The community
No question.
house and the
No
green
question.
space. And
Yep.
yeah,
that is I think
I
that
might
place
end
is
up
good.
there. I'm not kidding you, Johnny. I just say this today. I may end up there.
Oh, yeah?
I grew up there as a little kid, and man, I love it. I love the water. I like the people.
I
like
love
the
just going to
infrastructure.
Neshoto Beach and just
Right.
sitting and just
Right.
watching the waves.
Right.
No, it's a great place.
So,
Can you stay in that lighthouse? I think I asked you that before. I'd love to spend a night in that lighthouse.
they just did something that just got
Actually,
redone.
you know what?
That just got redone.
We got Kramer coming in. Kramer is now, I believe, a member of the Coast Guard Auxiliary. So I bet he'd be allowed to. So I bet he could get me in. That's my dream, is to spend a night in a lighthouse.
I think they just redid that lighthouse. There was something.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I saw something. Hey, off the coast of North Carolina, a guy bought a lighthouse.
Really?
Yes, and
wow.
But I got to tell you this, and you pay to go out there and work on it. Like he's
wow.
It's kind of like the PGA. You know, you pay to be a volunteer. But sleeps like, I don't know, 16 people, and it's unbelievable. I was thinking about you when I read that article. And he got it for not a lot, but he's going to put in like way over $1 million.
I'd like to try one around here.
Fishing,
and
says
get it
great.
ready for the draft.
Well, you're not going to get that.
Well,
There's
I'll
where
get
you put your little bar on the very top.
Yes, the Skylight Bar.
Yep.
You would be better off having the best cheeseburger.
Michael says fried duck fat for French fries. Back after this.
That's a good idea.
The Talk of Green Bay, WGBW.
Jeff Levering here. How are baseball and Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin alike? Pella manufactures all their own products. Baseball teams develop their own players in the minors. Pella tests every product thousands of times to ensure it stands the test of time. A baseball player's ultimate test is to get called up to the big leagues, hoping to play well enough to stay. Right now at Pella, get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Certain restrictions apply. It ends September 30th. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Do you owe back taxes? Call Tax Solutions now and get some help. For a limited time, the IRS offers a tax forgiveness program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Our team can make it easier for you to pay back taxes, avoid tax liens, and get a fresh start.
I call Tax Solutions now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Call Tax Solutions now. 800-281-8193. 800-281-8193. 800-281-8193.
Over the past 20 years, Wisconsin has seen a huge increase in reported elder abuse cases. Elder abuse is the verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, or financial abuse of a senior citizen. It can also be the intentional or unintentional neglect of an older person. Wisconsin's population of seniors 65 and older is projected to grow significantly in the coming decades. That's why we all share the responsibility to help protect our seniors by recognizing and reporting any signs of elder abuse. If you believe that elder abuse has been inflicted upon yourself or someone you know, please report it. Call the Wisconsin Elder Abuse Hotline line toll-free at 1-833-586-0107 or visit reportelderabusewI.org. Respect our elders. Report abuse. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $120,000 with 100% funding by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for Matt and Aaron.
Hey, welcome back. Mino the Mayor here on a good-looking Wednesday morning, as we mentioned. National Cheeseburger Day, Air Force Day, Equal Pay Day, Rice Krispies Treat Day. That was always good when kids would be their birthday and they'd bring in the Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, you just can't beat that. That
Couldn't
was
go
the
wrong with
best
those.
birthday treat to bring.
Yeah.
And
No
the
one's
cookies are
ever
good.
turned that down.
No. Yeah, and making those, did you make them with your mom?
No, she didn't make them.
Oh.
But other kids would make them. Yeah. We weren't big making sweets people. It's like the Swedes and the Finns where I'm from and everything, they were phenomenal at it. The Italians weren't big with sweets.
No, you guys weren't.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That wasn't one of their...
But that's cool to make because when you put in, the butter and the mushrooms
Yeah.
and stuff, it's just like
I'll
fun to
bet.
make those things. and roll it
But
up.
back in my day, you'd go to like one of the kids' grandma's houses, your friends who were Swedish or Finnish. Oh my! It smelled like a bakery all the time.
Yeah,
like they were always baking. Good stuff.
That's an art. I don't know how to bake, but my mom, when we were, did your mom? You guys didn't bake at all?
No, we did some,
Oh,
but
did-
it wasn't a
could
big.
you-
You know what? The Finns and the Swedes were like. That's
Okay.
their main.
Could
thing.
you not like run through the house because they were afraid that if you hit the floor, it would mess what's baking?
Bread?
No, just anything but bread, cake.
We had that
like,
where it'd mess up the bread.
You can't run.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
the bread
just-
would sink or something. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know
I think
either.
they just did that so we wouldn't run.
I don't know either because the yeast would fall or something.
And if they're making a cake or something, don't run in the house because I'm baking something.
Yeah.
It's like, really, Mom?
Yeah. Ceiling fan day. Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith, her birthday. Didn't she turn out to be one of the weirdest people ever? Todd?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Will Smith's wife.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she admitted she'd been getting it on with some really young guy and whatever.
On a
and-
podcast.
On a podcast.
In front of her husband.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yes.
Lance Armstrong, 53. Talk about an American hero who just, what a fraud.
He's self-destructed, though.
Hate to say it, total fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so adamant and so
Just
in the face.
never-
No, I don't do those. No, and then it's like,
Absolutes.
oh yeah,
Always
I
never-
did
yep.
do them. Yeah, total fraud. Holly Robinson Pete, she was in Mr. Cooper's class, I think. Todd was the name of the show, wasn't she? Or one of the,
Was that?
Holly Robinson Pete.
She did a bunch of things. She was on 21 Jump Street back in the day. And
But her husband, Rodney Pete, who played quarterback then for a lot of years in the NFL, his dad was an assistant coach for the Packers, Willie Pete. But when I was in high school, when I was in Tucson, he was in high school. And he's the greatest high school athlete I'd ever seen. He was all-state as a sophomore in football, basketball, and baseball.
Really?
As a sophomore. Yeah, he was amazing. Wow. Then he went to Southern Cal. He was great. Got a text here. John, did you send Grandma a cake in prison?
There you go.
Wow.
A little file in there.
Really? You know what's funny, though?
Speaking of prison, how's Sean Diddy? Sean Diddy?
Oh. Who? Puffy.
Oh, P. Diddy?
That
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Oh, hey,
couple
Todd,
things on
Todd,
him.
We have a freak part. No, what do they call it? A freak bash?
Yeah, something like
I
that.
think it's a freak bash they were have. Yeah.
I think he's in a lot of trouble.
You think?
Yep. I think he is not going to see the light of day. And they, the judicial system, though, I'm not a huge fan. I think there should be 3 judges to make decisions. We put so much power in one person.
Yeah.
But anyway, and even with the president and everything else. But that guy, I couldn't believe his net worth is like $1 billion with a
Oh,
B.
yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
had no idea he made that kind of money, but he made his money on music. But did you read about him? I mean, that guy made it on alcohol and cologne.
Well,
and
I think,
clothes
wasn't
and-
it a year ago he was given the key to New York City?
Yeah,
Given the
probably
key to the
something like
city
that.
as
I
their
don't
like
know.
favorite son type thing a year ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was big, like politically, and I mean, like he was mainstream. And now the other people that don't like him are just going crazy.
Talk
over
about.
this. I mean, they found 100 bottles of baby oil.
It was more than that.
More
It was
than that.
thousands of baby oil and lube.
Oh my God Almighty!
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you imagine even walking away from one of those parties?
No,
we
no.
think we feel old today.
Right.
The only thing close to that is when I was in John Kramer's tent in Afghanistan, when he had stashed. So you could get a black market over there. But
John's our next guest, so yeah, I'm sure he'll love to pick up. We'll start there.
Like he would have like paramedics and stuff there to give people IVs afterward just to rejuvenate.
God.
Really? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I just.
Freak Bash. Was that the? It's,
Yeah,
something
someone's
like
got
that.
the name, but yes.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think that's what it was. But wow, he.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And then his kids are all in court, and I don't know.
Yeah, he had like 6 of his kids in court or something.
All like,
really, you'd want your kids there for that?
Right.
Yeah.
I will tell you this: working in the music industry and in radio and stuff like that. I mean, some of the stuff that went on, you can't even imagine.
No.
Well, even you and Madonna.
I mean, think of the
Think
Madonna
about that.
story,
Think
right?
about you and Madonna. That's where it all began.
Anyway,
wow.
That's
that is
unbelievable.
And that's one of those things. Everybody has their picture taken with him over the last 20 years.
Right.
That's going to pop up
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. No matter what, no matter how
Let me ask
innocent
you
it may
this
have
question.
been.
I already know this answer. Ever had your picture taken with somebody you wish you hadn't?
I remember Governor Doyle was so into that Stephen Avery when he got out the first time.
Oh,
Remember that?
Oh, really?
On the arm in arm and all. And then Avery went back and they clipped him pretty good the next time.
I don't think so.
No?
I'm trying
Not
to
that I can think of.
And then also, Jim, I had one more question for you. So if you were mayor, you'd be good with having 3 mayors then, is what you're saying. If
Right,
there
'cause
should be
one
3
can't
judges
make the-
and 3 presidents, there should be 3 mayors.
Yeah. Too big a job for one.
Boy, it's quiet in that
I guess,
Cyberpunk
huh?
studio.
Unbelievable. Is this mic on? This thing's working?
I think in the let me just tell you what my thought is on that. There's checks and balances, right? There's the city council, and there's of course but I just think a judge becomes extremely powerful. There is no checks and balances, and the range in sentencing. There's sentencing guidelines, but that really doesn't mean anything. All it is a guideline. They can go outside the rounds, but I just think they're very, very powerful people, and I just think you can get one judge probation, one judge.
I agree.
20 years.
Yeah.
It's like
I agree.
What?
Yep.
Whereas if you get 3 of them,
I'd love to be a judge. What?
I'd rather keep what we got.
I think I'd be good. Todd? People, would I be a good judge, yes or no?
Is this on? Yeah.
Yes or no? Yeah or no?
All right.
Let us know. Back at this.
Not zucchini, fettuccine, bulgur wheat, but a big warm bun and a huge hunk of meat. Cheeseburger in paradise, heaven on earth with an onion slice.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW. Pete Schwaba.
On the next Nightlight, I welcome Carl and Peggy Hendricks from the Hendricks Distillery in Oshkosh, and Sarah Enwald, festival manager for Festivals of Cedarburg, joins to discuss Cedarburg's Wine and Harvest Festival.
Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. Weeknights from 6 till 8.
As a federally licensed broadcast company, this civic media station is required by FCC regulations to accept advertising by all qualified candidates for federal office. We also accept ads from state and local candidates. We do screen announcements from issue groups and PACs and exercise discretion in airing announcements with blatantly false claims or outrageous, unfounded statements. These announcements do not necessarily reflect the views of civic media, its hosts, or advertisers, and the source of all issue announcements can be found online at our FCC public file.
Local radio for you and your community. It's Civic Media's mission with stations across Wisconsin. Find your favorites at civicmedia.us. You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay. WGBW 1590 AM Denmark. W250CV Green Bay. And always streaming on the Civic Media app.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. In a statement released this morning, Hezbollah has vowed a reckoning against Israel for the deadly explosion of pagers across Lebanon on Tuesday. A dozen people were killed, nearly 3,000 injured. Former Deputy Secretary of State and ABC News contributor Steve Ganyard on the attack itself.
What seems to be a very sophisticated operation by the Israelis actually worked by using lower technology, the pagers that they used to implant with explosives that would have detonated on all of the Hezbollah operators who were affected.
The legal team for Sean Diddy Combs will be back in court today, trying to get him released on bail. Combs spent the night in a federal lockup charged with sex trafficking, conspiracy, racketeering, and other crimes that carry the potential of decades in prison. The Federal Reserve will finish its two-day meeting today and is expected to lower a key interest rate at its conclusion. Depending on current economic conditions, the Fed will likely cut the rates by either 1/4 or 0.5%. This is ABC News. Ports along the East Coast and Gulf Coast could be less than 2 weeks away from a strike as well. The union representing around 45,000 dock workers threatening to walk out on October 1st. The main sticking points, pay and the rise of automation. Another fight over two songs that sound suspiciously alike.
At issue, the Miley Cyrus hit song Flowers, which seems to have similarities lyrically and musically with the 2013 Bruno Mars song When I Was Your Man.
I should have bought you flowers.
But it's not Mars suing Miley. It's the company Tempo Music Investments, which acquired the catalog of When I Was Your Man co-writer Philip Lawrence. The suit says Flowers wouldn't exist without When I Was Your Man, and it asks for monetary damages from Cyrus, her co-writers, record labels, stores that sold the music, and streaming platforms. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Politics in Brazil turning violent at a debate in the Sao Paulo mayor's race. One candidate hit another with a chair after taunts about sexual harassment. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
During life's most trying times, it helps to have someone with experience and understanding at your side. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory has attentive staff in De Pere, available 24 hours a day, and nearly 100 years of business experience, which can provide comfort during those difficult times. Call them at 920-336-3171 or visit them at ryanfh.com. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory, local people serving local families since 1926.
Join Lou Rugani for the Music of the Stars every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. until noon. Lou brings back the nostalgia from the golden age of radio with the music, drama, and comedy shows that made radio magic. Music of the Stars is sponsored by Lakeland Care, providing personalized support that aims to improve quality of life and maintain independence for elders and those with disabilities. It's the Music of the Stars, Sunday at 7 on 97.9 FM and 1590 AM WGBW, Talk of Green Bay.
I'm Lisa Hale with WGBW News. Your news roundup in quick podcast form. You can find it anywhere at the WGBW website, WGBW.FM.
Civic Media News, I'm Derek Tritz. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance held a rally in Eau Claire Tuesday. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden spoke as well. It was Vance's second stop in Eau Claire in 6 weeks. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris is set to campaign Friday night in Madison. People in southwest Wisconsin are just learning about a cyber attack that happened 11 months ago. Terry Bell reports.
People in and around Richland Center were notified over the weekend about a cybersecurity incident from almost a year ago. Richland County officials confirmed their server was hacked on or about October 4th of last year. A toll-free number has been set up to help people with questions. Terry Bell, Civic Media News.
And that's what you need to know. I'm Derek Tritz, and this is Civic Media News.
The Brewers' magic number is 1. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kuska with sports, filling in for Mike Lemons. Milwaukee lost 5-1 to the Phillies on Tuesday, but because the Chicago Cubs also lost, the Brewers need either a win or a Cubs loss on Wednesday to clinch the NL Central and a playoff spot. With the Cubs game likely done before the Brewers take the field against the Phillies, Milwaukee could know its playoff fate before first pitch tonight. The Green Bay Packers may be without Jordan Love for a second straight game due to an MCL sprain, but Coach Matt LaFleur is ready to go with Malik Willis, who he said is prepared if they need him again.
I would say that he was pretty relatively calm throughout the course of the entire game. And, you know, when we did ask him to do certain things, he was able to go out there and execute. So that definitely gave us confidence, especially as the game wore on.
Willis threw his first career touchdown pass in the win over the Colts. The Packers take on Tennessee this Sunday at noon. Filling in for Mike Clemens, I'm Jimmy Kuska with Civic Media Sports.
Your news, conversations, and a whole lot of fun. It's all on your local Civic Media radio station or the Civic Media app.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
It's 51 at our studios.
Todd Albaugh.
Hey, everybody, join us next time for a Hump Day edition. We have from the Lincoln Project, Trigby Olson, and Up North News Radio's Pat Kreitlow. Be here.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
Coming to Northeast Wisconsin live from the Civic Media Studios and featuring TV and radio broadcast veteran John Mino, along with the City of Green Bay's longest-serving mayor, Jim Schmidt. This is Mino and the Mayor. And here are your hosts, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Welcome back. Mino and the Mayor here at 97.9 FM WGBW, 98.3 FM WISS, and of course the Civic Media app here on a Wednesday, National Cheeseburger Day, National Air Force Day, and it's Pella Day. Pella Windows and Doors Day, Doors of Wisconsin Day. I just came up with that.
There you go. I love it.
How do you say welcome to your guests? Say it with new entry door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Say it with color. The possibilities are endless thanks to Pella's custom colors. Say it with class. Pella's premium doors stand out due to their distinguished craftsmanship. Say it with a great deal. Zero interest up to 60 months with no money down and equal payments. Hurry. Offer ends 8/31/24. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com today. Todd, you said you had a couple of quick texts there. Came in about...
Yeah, while we were in break, we got a couple of texts in. One said that Jim was absolutely right on the judges in our court system, so hats off to you on that.
Yeah, and I think we have to do something about it, but that's maybe a different day.
All right.
And then also one from Scotty in Denmark who said, so P. Diddy was basically hosting Flying Monkey golf outings.
Oh,
is what he
come
said.
on, God, come on.
For those new listeners,
Where you going
John
with
had
that?
an organization called the Flying Monkeys, and now where the correlation to P. Diddy.
Let's just say we didn't have 1,000 bottles of baby oil anywhere near us.
We don't know that, John.
I'm just saying. Was it 1,000 bottles, Todd?
It was thousands.
Thousands. Oh, John. John Kramer's in the house. That's an awkward way to introduce John.
Yes, very. For a guy that's
I know, right? War
outstanding.
veteran, all
Right.
kinds of big man in the community. Yeah. Hi, John.
How you doing, John?
How you doing, bud?
I'm
Hey,
all right.
I just want to say, man, I'll tell you what. You work for a great newspaper, the Press Times.
I'm an intern, actually, but
Well, whatever. You work full-time hours, it seems like. Because, man, you're all over the place. I just think, and I mean, I knew you, of course, with in your military career, which was incredibly distinguished, incredible. And then you want to do something else. And you found this niche with photography. And your pictures that I see in those papers, man, people say, do you have an eye or do you not have? Man, you got an eye for that.
Capture it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all about the composition of the photo and telling the story with the photo.
And a little shout out to your training in that.
Yeah. Oh, at NWTC,
Yeah.
it's been phenomenal. A great experience there. And I was actually recently hired as an academic coach for photography.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't seen you in the teachers' lounge or hanging out.
Is there a smoker's lounge?
You still work there, don't you?
I
Matt?
do.
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot of time in the lounge.
No,
But anyway, yes, we'll meet there sometime.
Yeah,
that'd
sir.
be great. What
I'd love to know what teachers talk about in the lounge.
I know, students.
I would love to hear about that.
People like you.
Right. Anyway, that's great that you're giving back, and they've helped you. And I want to pick up on what Johnny said about the Press Times. That's what we're trying to do here on WGBW is to really get that local flavor. That forever, what reason we went away from that. I don't know if it's corporate or if it's the national that is more interesting. I think the interest stuff is right here locally. It affects your taxes, it affects your livelihood more. And you guys really do a good job at the Press Times.
Yeah, so they call themselves a hyper-local paper. It's all Green Bay and the surrounding communities in Brown County, and that's it. I mean, there's no national media in there at all. It's just stories, a lot of good news stories about what's going on here.
And there is some pretty cool stuff. I mean, just through I thought
stuff.
the one thing we didn't talk about at all, Jim, and we should have that day, is the stair climb at Lambeau.
Right?
Did you ever do that?
No, I didn't.
You were there.
I was there.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
My wife did it. Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
very, obviously for me, very emotional.
Yeah.
very emotional experience, the opening ceremony. And
were you in during 9/11? Were you already in the service?
No.
Okay.
I got in a little bit after that.
Did that have a reason?
Wait, what am I thinking? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I was in.
2001.
I was in.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what I was thinking of Desert Storm.
Okay.
Someone asked me
All right.
the other day, were you in for Desert Storm? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. No, 9/11, yes, I was in.
Yeah.
So when...
Where were you?
So the day that happened, I was driving home from Door County, and I drove right to the Army Reserve Center here in Green Bay. And I said to the full-time major that was there, I'm like, do you need any help? And he goes, go home, put your uniform on. And so I was at the Armory kind of 24/7 with a 9mm, me and a couple of their soldiers.
Because there were thoughts that your kind of installations could get attacked, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. There was all kinds of speculation on what
Right.
could possibly happen next.
Right.
Water treatment, just everything was kind of on edge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, I still wonder. I was just reading a thing about that. Nobody knows what else they had planned that day. I got a feeling what all went down wasn't the only thing. Wouldn't you agree with that?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
There's obviously bad guys out there that are always plotting and scheming.
Right.
And, you know.
But boy, there's a lot of noise on taking us down because everything is online, taking us down because water treatment, taking us down, you know,
Yeah.
energy,
Absolutely, in a lot of different
that
ways,
kind of
right.
stuff.
They're going
where-
to poison the Great Lakes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, a lot of it's speculation and kind of gets
It is.
hyped up. And
It is.
How
But
did that
John,
shit? I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
I just wanted to ask you yesterday in the news that pager thing. I mean, was that unbelievable?
I just kind of saw that late last night and didn't totally read about it, but that's crazy.
I mean, that sounds like a spy novel.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
sounds
from
like
the
a
60s, like a
007.
Russian.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, there's so much speculation, rumors, fear, but then again, all of a sudden it's like, wow, they can do that,
Yeah.
you know? And I still, worry about taking down so much stuff is online in the banking system. I think we're good, but man, oh man,
Well,
I worry about
I'm sure
that.
there's a lot of crazy stuff out there that can be done that
Right.
as civilians we're not aware of. And
But now you kind of dealt in intelligence in dealing with people.
No, I-
well, and it's a tough job, isn't it? I mean, even what happened where I stayed with you, the highest it was like incredibly tough security, incredible whatever, incredible vetting, incredible, and somehow somebody still got through after
Yep.
you weren't there anymore.
Yep.
But somebody still got through and caused serious damage.
so they had the perpetrators.
Yeah.
They had guns in their shoes. So that's how they got past the airport scanner type we had at the gate in Kandahar, Afghanistan.
Unbelievable.
So, John Kramer, what was your rank?
Master Sergeant.
Okay, you're a Master Sergeant. And do you working now with the press times? I mean, is there a correlation there of just like looking at everything, trying to dig deep on everything? I mean, you seem to take a deep interest in certain things.
Sure. There's so in photography, it's you just see things that for me, I see pictures, I see shots, so it's real similar.
Yeah,
you got that eye.
Yeah, it's an eye. And what I like about this, and I was telling this to a student at NWTC the other day that veteran was into hunting and didn't really want to do it anymore. And I said, well, that's why I'm in the same way. I don't want to see something after everything I've been
Die.
through. I don't want to see something suffer. I couldn't gut a deer anymore, and that's okay. But with photography, I can still do a lot of those same aspects of hunting. Go out and finding the game, but just shooting them with a camera, and it's a lot easier on your soul for me. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Now, one of the things is, though, too, so many guys, when they get out, and women, when they get out of the military, they're a little bit, I don't want to say lost, but a little bit almost like confused because everything's been laid out for them for the last 2, 3, 10, 12, 15, whatever it is. They knew Tuesday at 9, they better be at so-and-so. And now they have all this freedom. And sometimes it's a little overwhelming as far as where they're going to put their energy now. Wouldn't you say that?
Well, a little bit different experience for me because I was, first of all, a traditional Army National Guard, traditional reserveman, 1 week in a month. And then I went active duty. So it wasn't all encompassing of my life.
Okay.
So it was easier for me to walk away from it than it may be for someone that's
Well, that's
active
me. Some
duty.
kid that's 19
Oh, yeah.
and he joins and he stays till he's 32, and
Yeah.
it's like, ooh.
Well, one thing I did experience is when I came back from deployments is when we're over there as civil affairs soldiers, we're making so much change and making lives better for the civilian populace, hopefully. And you come back here and all you do is sit in front of a computer.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I miss is that challenge of what we did.
I mean, you were right
Afghanistan.
in amongst the people.
Yes. Yeah,
I mean,
we were
I saw it. You were right in amongst them.
We were outside the wire every day.
Wow.
But I kudos to this community and to you for re-engaging in NWTC and really taking a different approach. I mean, my God, for being in the military and photography, I mean, while there are some similarities, you kind of stepped outside of your traditional business. And when some of my students are returning to work as well, they may be 30, 35, 40. And I think that's great that we have that opportunity. I'm really glad you took advantage of that. And now that you're teaching is like awesome.
Yeah, of course. There's the veterans program I go to school on is called Chapter VRNE. So basically, school is paid for me. I'm paid while I'm in school. It would be insane for a veteran not to take advantage of that.
We had
program.
Grant Solitsky here yesterday, main recruiter right now for the 127 32nd Division, and he said the same thing. I mean, his recruiting pitch is, do you want to go to college? Okay, we'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Do you want to make money as a stipend just for coming once? Okay, we'll pay for that.
Yep.
And then if you want to re-enlist, here's $20,000 or whatever. It's like, it's pretty amazing the perks in going into the National Guard or the Reserves or the Army or whoever right now.
Yeah, obviously it was a long road to get to where I'm at today, but it was a phenomenal experience.
Yeah.
I bet that I would encourage people to look at something. I just want to pick up on that. You didn't really continue your career. I mean, you kind of did something different. And a friend of mine was pretty much in a business thing and went into horticulture and landscaping. And man, is he happy. And because of TC and because of you, he just took the initiative. And it's like, look, I'm a little bit older, but when you get there, there's more older people, I think, than you think. You think you're going to go to school and sit with a bunch of 18-year-olds. That's just not the case.
Well, Grant, we had it. You know how old he was when he enlisted in the National Guard?
No.
35.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
35.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's never been happier.
Yeah.
And that guy is loving his life. And he's really good at it, too, though. And I think that's...
Well, once you get in, though, John, you how many years were you in the service?
30 total. Over 30.
Over 30. The people above you and alongside of you, and it's like this for any job, can make such a difference. Was it a great experience? Was it a crappy experience? Was it okay? That makes, no matter how hard you might work, boy, you better have some solid people around you, right?
So I've always had solid people around me. I've never had anyone that, was just a pain in the...
Right. You'd get rid of them.
Well, that usually seems to happen.
Yeah.
If that someone's that bad, they tend to go away.
Yeah.
So there's always those people out there with that type of personality that make things challenging, but it never was the case for me.
That's 32 years. That's awesome.
Yep.
We're John Kramer from the Press Times, and Jim and I were both saying that paper does such a great job of covering local events.
Yep.
Great job.
You're focused on the island. I mean, you're really just... And we're concerned about what's going on in the rest of the state and national, but boy, it's nice to just
see local pictures and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I like you did that whole thing in high school.
Yep, high school football. Back up this.
This is the talk of Green Bay, WGBW.
Host your private event at one of the most premier event spaces in downtown Green Bay. At Heights Pub and Parlor, we provide parties with an unforgettable experience by blending historic and modern elegance into one atmosphere. Enjoy our second-story parlor, where you'll experience superb service from a personal bartender and handcrafted meals by our kitchen. Plus, you can enjoy the third-story loft to relax and enjoy close company. Schedule your private event today, as 2024 events are filling out fast. Follow us on Facebook or head to heightsgb.com to find out how.
Get your tickets today for Blues, Brews, and Barbecues on November 2nd at the Community Rec Center in Marinette, Wisconsin. 6 award-winning barbecue pitmasters go head-to-head while your taste buds get punched in the mouth. With lip-smacking barbecue, you'll listen to Blues Hall of Fame legend Joe Moss. Following Joe, blues icon Toronzo Cannon hits the stage, playing tunes from his #1 album, Shut Up and Play. VIP tickets are only $27.50 and include barbecue samples from all 6 competitors, a full beverage of your choice, VIP pit passport, and both concerts. General admission tickets are just $17.50. Learn more at fishonmarinette.com and click on the pig. That's fishonmarinette.com. Sponsored by Fincantieri Marinette Marine, the Motor Company, Farmers Merchants Bank and Trust, Anderson's Culligan, and Travel Wisconsin. Blues, Brews, Barbecues. Come get some.
Supported by Travel Wisconsin.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
The talk of
Who brought in the
Todd?
You brought that in?
No, our friends from Simple Life Hospitality. That was Lisa that stopped in.
Oh my gosh!
And
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you.
Why do you do that to us?
Because she knows you guys. Cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
Good looking.
With the frosting on.
Yes.
And,
I'm going to bring you both one in just
Here,
a
we're going to
second.
do that remote at that place?
Well, we got one coming up in Door County.
Oh, that's right.
In fact,
We're going to do our show in Door County?
Yep. And
Wow.
So we'll work that out. But then we're also going to do that barbecue thing.
Yeah.
At some
The
point.
smoke
So,
place.
Yeah.
Awesome. Got a text here. Nice show. Love your guest. Great man. He is the best. I say he's the best. And he goes, I'm listening while doing crossing guard duties.
Who's that?
Oh, jeez.
I probably shouldn't say.
No, I don't think you should.
Pay attention to what you're doing. Look at the top.
Some kid.
Oh, Rich Apple?
Yes.
Well, we just talked about leaders, toxic leadership, and
All right, he's one of them.
He's one of them.
All
right. Good man.
No,
hey, let me
great
ask,
man.
Let me ask this, John. You're there are so many young, and we have so many people that try to help. We had a wonderful gentleman yesterday from DC, Farmers for Veterans.
Jacob. Yep.
Yeah, he's great. Jake is a great guy. We had that group that did a whole big, 1,700 mile or whatever bike thing to raise awareness for veteran suicide.
Yep, I covered that for the press times.
Yeah, I mean, all these things. But yet things still happen with some of our vets.
Yep.
You're the kind of guy that's been through everything, okay?
Yep.
What advice can you give to them that sometimes just they need to hear? Because it's still an issue. I mean, we lost a couple of guys within the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Veterans to suicide.
Yep.
What's going on?
Well, I think it's a challenge to come back, and obviously everyone has a different experience. And it comes down to sometimes you got to help yourself. There can be as much help out there as you want, and if you don't want to take it, you're not going to. But if you don't want to do this for yourself, do it for your loved ones.
Yeah, great point.
I mean, if you're struggling and you're on that edge, think about the people you're leaving behind.
Yeah, totally agree. Couldn't agree more.
And I would like to just underscore that there is help out there.
Oh, there's
so much.
I mean, even and with the veterans, there's a lot of help out there. But there's there's help out there for teenage suicide. There's help out there for homelessness.
For everybody.
But you've got to take a little initiative. It's just life is not easy.
Yep.
I mean, you kind of got to work at it. And I would agree with what you said that if it's like, well, nobody cares about me. Well, yeah, there are people that do, and do it for them. Then
I'm going to say one thing, John. Correct me if I'm right. I might be totally off but okay, there's people that deal with post-traumatic stress.
Yep.
And that can be vicious, that can be terrible, that can be debilitating, can be whatever. But in some ways, this could sound weird, the one positive part of that is that people still fight it. You know what I mean? It's like and they're used to fighting. They're used to fighting an opponent. And post-traumatic stress in some ways is an opponent that they fight against. Sometimes I think the ones that are most vulnerable are the ones that are apathetic, where they've just kind of said, nah. Do you understand what I mean?
Well, it's tiresome.
Yes.
I mean, it wears
they just
on you.
that's what I mean. They just give up.
And giving up just seems easier. But I'm still a mess. I had a panic attack on Saturday and ended up on the floor in my bathroom thinking of called my wife. I'm like, hey, maybe I should go to the emergency room. So my blood pressure is funky from everything I went through. So I checked my blood pressure, and it was completely bottomed out, but I laid down and it came back. But so that stuff is, after all these years, it's still out there, and it one day it just bites you in the butt.
And nobody sees it because you're in your own place, in your own bathroom, in your own whatever, and nobody sees it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's an invisible type of disease, isn't it?
It is, and you never know.
You never know.
You never know when or why.
Or you can never. I've known guys that have gone off the deep end, and they're gregarious and friendly and not a care in the world and talk about their families. Then the next thing you know is you hear that, what happened, how it ended.
Yep.
So that's a tough one to read. Guys can fake it really good.
Guys fake it really good, and that's part of the problem but one thing I would say is when you see someone that's might be struggling a little bit, if you're just a little hint of something, talk to them.
Yeah.
Because what I see a lot of times is we rally around a soldier at their funeral, which is the wrong time.
Right.
So or any person, you gotta. There's hints, there's signs.
Yeah.
And
you got to look for them sometimes.
Sometimes you do, but you have to help them.
Yeah.
Even if you're not sure about something, ask them.
And if you could just get that commitment from them that you care about them, convince them of that, and just say, look, before you do anything, call me first. You know what I mean? Like you called your wife, and you have somebody to go to. Maybe some of these people don't have someone that they trust or that they can go to, but and that happens with other things too, right? With there's suicide and homelessness and everything else. But to make that commitment to your brother, in quotations, that look, I'm going to call you, then at least you got a chance, because like you said, those funerals are very, very sad, and there's a lot of guilt. Around that casket too.
Well, survivor guilt is a thing too. I lost a couple soldiers, and it's still there.
It's one of my Vietnam vets. This is my book. Terrible, terrible post-traumatic stress when he came back. But he literally didn't know it. It would happen during the night, and he wouldn't believe his wife the next morning that he was that way.
Yeah.
And because he wouldn't remember anything. And they'd go to Madison and go to the VA and finally get an appointment after months and months. And they'd say, Bill, the counselor or whatever, doctor, Bill, how you doing? Oh, good. Yeah. Doing good. And she just wanted to pull her hair out. It's like, no, you're not. For the love of God, be honest once in your life. Tell them you're not doing good.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we have a hard time admitting that stuff to ourselves. And that's what you need to do first, is admit it to yourself that there's a problem. But, I was deployed over a 9-year period. I was deployed 6 years. But I cannot comprehend what our forefathers went through in Vietnam and Korea and World War II. It's mind-boggling.
I agree.
Right.
I
mean, I think sometimes you need to look around, because everybody there's a little bit woe is me, but boy, I want to get back to, I think, the example that you are. I mean, you went through a lot, right, physically and a little bit emotionally, but the fact that you're re-engaged, you're back at school, you got re-educated on a field that you kind of liked, but you didn't know you liked it as much as you do. You're now working for the Press Times. You're teaching at TC. People need to see people like you too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You got to do it. It's just like we talked about. You can decide to sit and wallow in it, or you can decide to make your life better.
And awesome. You did.
Yep.
Is that an 82nd Airborne cap you're wearing?
No.
101st?
No.
173?
No.
All right,
it's an old school airborne patch. It's not one of the divisions.
All right. John Kramer, thank you for being here. Continued success. Love seeing your stuff in the Press Times.
Thanks.
Keep it rocking, buddy.
See you at school.
We come back.
Yes,
See you in the lounge. See you around campus. Ben and Deanna Malik are in the house. Coming up.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for the Todd Albaugh Show.
This is your hometown radio, refreshed, keeping you informed, entertained, and connected locally across the Civic Media Network.
Some good news for diesel users as we head into the fall, as the prices may become favorable. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and here with us is Jason Schwantz, the Vice President of Energy at CHS, to explain why this may be occurring and how much those prices may drop.
Actually, the supply chain is pretty full. Refinery run rates have been running at some historical highs, and the supply chain seems to be in a fairly good spot. I think the economy is playing somewhat of a factor too. I think interest rates making it a little tougher on the economy, and that is actually affecting demand. And therefore, I think for this fall season, we're going to start out in a good position. Now, I think there's an extremely large crop out there, and how fast it comes on with this warm weather that we've been having could be a factor in that.
Jason Schwantz says that the diesel prices are something that we're going to want to keep an eye on these next few weeks. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and we'll take a look at your morning markets right after this message.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Rural Mutual is the #1 farm insurer in Wisconsin for a good reason. As a company founded by farmers, they understand the ag industry and its challenges. Local agents offer farm families the best advice and personalized coverage. Visit ruralmutual.com to find an agent near you.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Wisconsin Farm Bureau is the trusted voice leading agriculture forward. Through the efforts of farmers, supported by organizations like Farm Bureau, agriculture continues to sustainably advance, meeting the needs of today while addressing the challenges that come with feeding a growing population. By providing resources, training, and advocacy, Farm Bureau empowers farmers to embrace sustainable solutions for a stronger tomorrow.
A voice for farmers, a vision for agriculture. Wisconsin Farm Bureau.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo at the Midwest Farm Report. Now let's take a look at the morning markets from Chicago. December corn contracts trading at $4.14 1/4, up 1 3/4. November soybeans are up 13 cents at $10.19. December wheat is up 1.5 cents at $5.77 1/4. Class 3 milk contracts for October are up 6 cents at $23.96 a hundredweight. November Class 3 milk contracts are at $23.21 a hundredweight, up 17 cents. Barrels of cheese made a big jump, up 7.5 cents at $2.56 1/2. 40-pound blocks of cheese is down 2 1/4 at $2.27 3/4. Butter saw a little jump yesterday as well, and those contracts are sitting at $3.08 1/2, up 1 1/2. From the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
You can always continue the conversation on social media. Share your thoughts when you find and follow Civic Media on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
It's 51 at our studios.
From the Lake Shore to Lake Winnebago.
Door to Fond du Lac counties.
Northeast Wisconsin is special for many different reasons. I'm Lisa Hale.
And I'm Terry Barr. Family and fun.
Safe communities and friends. We're featuring all of it as part of New Wisco Weekend, a news magazine show just for you, and highlighting what makes the Fox Valley and Green Bay area a great place to live.
Join us.
New Wisco Weekend, Saturday mornings at 8, Sundays at 11 on WGBW and WISS and the Civic Media app.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Mino and the Mayor in the morning, and the talk of Green Bay all day long. 1590 AM and 97. All right, 7:34 right now. The Green or Go for the Green or Gold contest is on, and John Mino and Jim Schmidt have all the details for you.
Yes, it's time for Go for the Green or Gold text to win contest on WGBW and WISS. It's your chance to win cash or jewelry and to qualify for the grand prize, a pair of indoor club level tickets to see Green Bay take on New Orleans in Green Bay on December 23rd.
All right, so this hour's keyword is helmet. HELMET. That's helmet. Download the Civic Media app Find our stations and use the text button at the bottom of your screen to send your keyword for your chance to win this statewide contest.
The keyword again this hour is helmet. Your next chance to play coming up in the 11 o'clock hour with Jane and Greg on Matt and Air on Air. Good luck from everybody here.
Did you guys see that guy for the Colts that came into the game? And I shouldn't laugh because it's a health thing, but he was wearing the big helmet shield. Did you see that? They had a shot of him. Oh, hang on 1 second. Hang on.
I just caught it on TikTok. Honestly,
Did you
I just
see
caught it on TikTok. Yeah.
You did?
And
I
it
did.
reminded me of the guy from Spaceballs. Remember the giant helmet guy?
Yes.
Because the bigger the helmet, the more authority you have.
Oh, yeah.
And
How
he
did we
looked
miss
like
that?
that guy. What's that?
I don't know how I missed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's one of
Todd,
those-
if you can
forget
find
what
it.
they call
It
it.
is
Yeah.
I burst out laughing when I saw this. And again, I know it's a health thing. You know, it's just protect.
Yeah.
But it's so
Over the
crazy
top.
look, over
Yeah.
the top looking.
Yeah.
And it reminded me totally of the Spaceball guys.
And that's legal. They can wear those now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
safety.
going
I didn't
to
see it
be
either. I didn't
Googling
see
that
it much
later.
game. Yeah.
We're slowly turning ourselves into bobbleheads.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That's
I'll tell
true.
you what, speaking of TikTok or something that you got to Google, I came in this morning. Have you seen those? Like, I'm a big dog lover, right? I mean, I love
Oh,
my
by the way,
dog. And
we're with Ben and Deanna Malcolm.
we're gonna get to real estate. There's a lot we want to talk to you
We
about.
got so familiar with you guys, we just start out.
But I just want to say,
Middle of the conversation.
You said you're going to go look up that
Yeah, I'm gonna
helmet
Google
thing,
it.
but this is something else you got to Google because you know how dogs have reactions. They look like, you know, that thing where they film dogs and then in the background they're playing like they're in Springfield. They're eating their pets and their dogs.
With this quizzical looks.
My dog
Like-
was like he jumps, and he has looked like that. And actually, I tried to film him, and I was going to put that behind
You were
him. but-
going to join the
Yeah.
the trend.
there's
Oh,
the
there
hell-
we
yeah,
go.
wow.
How did I miss
His
that?
was white in the game. This is
Okay.
the practice one. His was white in the
Okay.
game. But that's exactly. But
Wow.
isn't that
Yes.
like the Spaceballs guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Wow.
my God.
And again, God bless it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark Houston, don't get mad at me for Bellin Sports. I'm just saying, it's just really bizarre looking.
And that's
Yeah.
a legit helmet that they can wear in the game.
Yeah.
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 You know what? Better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question about it. But I would just never do it.
Well, and then
I'd rather be sorry than look like that.
Do you
Yeah.
have what do you have to protect in there?
Yeah, I know, right?
The lost
I
cause.
don't need that much. At this point, I've killed off so many
kidding,
brain
right?
cells that, yeah, you're right. Wow. Todd,
Todd, it's the
Todd,
coffee.
did I tell you they're
It's the
getting
coffee.
they tell you they're getting too comfortable walking in here? They walk in and take over. Wow. Well, Jim has been chomping at the bit to talk to you guys
Yeah.
about what's going on in
Yes.
real estate. Today might be a really big day, so take it away,
I
Jim.
just think it's really interesting that we could pull a tape out of a year ago, and they say it's not political. That's online today. If you read that, come on.
Yeah.
We got an election coming up.
It's
They
always
said it's just
political.
coincidental. But we kind of saw this coming, and I think people have been
You
kind
guys
of
called
waiting.
that about 3 months ago. Remember you saying that? Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
But whether it's political or not, it's great for the consumer.
Absolutely.
I mean, because even, I don't know what's going to go down today, half point, but over 30 years on a $400,000 house, that's a tremendous amount of savings
It
that
is.
you can put to something else. And so I just hope that loosens up of course, the market is pretty strong right now, but I think people are
Yeah.
going to say, look, that's significant, right?
Yeah, anything that they can do to help us bring down those rates is fantastic. Not only for the savings in the future, but we have a lot of homeowners right now that purchased back in 2021, really 2020, 2021, beginning of 2022, when rates were really low. They don't want to move because their payment is going to go up. So they're sitting on. So we're not seeing that. I think average is 7 to 10 years kind of turnover rate in homes, but that takes some of those 2 to 3 years in turnover to get that number down low.
Right.
So those people who purchased 2 or 3 years ago, they have no interest in moving right now unless they have to.
And you can't blame them.
Yeah, because their payment is so low.
And I think people are like, well, why can't it always be at 3%? And
Yeah.
we experienced that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was too much money. It caused
Yeah.
inflation. And, and I mean, has that been in the news? Inflation. That's all it's been. I mean, that's what
I
the
know.
top,
All
I
the
think
time.
that's the top thing on
And we talk about this all the time too. As Americans, as much as you want it to stay balanced and be able to keep those low rates, we have a hard time with that. So when rates go down and we can afford more, we buy more, and then they go. It's just this constant battle up and down.
Yeah. But government never has a problem spending the money.
No,
they just want to control us.
You
in
got
spending
32,
the
you
money.
got 32 trillion laying around. So,
Yeah, right?
God,
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting, but I'm really glad that finally some good news. Because I think some people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting, and I just hope this gets
I think
some...
so too, and sometimes just the anticipation of it, or just knowing that there's some sort of a future where it's going to start ticking down. And I think that's honestly what a lot of the lenders are kind of sitting back. I think a lot of the rates right now, from what I've been told, have kind of taken in this price drop a little bit. They knew it was coming.
Right.
They've taken it in, but it's really more of what else are they going to say about our future going forward.
Why is this so under control of the government? I mean, why isn't this more of the free market kind of thing where the market sets the prices?
Yeah, they're just trying to strike a balance. You know, they don't want us spending too much. They don't want us spending too little. They want their porridge just right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The private sector doesn't print money. The private
Yeah.
sector doesn't control the money supply, you know, and that's, it's crazy when you study economics, and I teach a very basic business class. We'll touch on this stuff, but we talk about like Elon Musk. I don't know what he paid for X, but whatever, $1 zillion. But we could have given everyone $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, but what would that have done?
Yeah.
And think about that. I mean, it's would everything gone up, and would we all be right back where we were? And if somebody gave you,
We'd have our compound. Think about that.
No, would we?
Think about that. Yes, we would have our compound.
You'd have to buy it very quickly.
Exactly.
Well,
I
yeah.
was just going to say that.
Yeah.
And what would you buy? Would you buy diamonds? What would you buy? Because everything, John, that's really not true. Because if everyone got $1 million tomorrow, things really wouldn't change that. I mean, prices would go up, but that's not really. Anyway, I don't want to talk about economics, but there's this whole money supply thing is really interesting because and the control that this guy has is like almost unbelievable.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
And then of course Trump wanted. No, I shouldn't say Trump, but the president maybe wanted him to work for him. Talk about politics. So they just say that. Anyway,
so how will if it does come down 0.5%? What will that do to the local housing industry that you think?
Well, it'll fire. Excuse me. It'll fire up the buyers.
Okay.
That's for sure. There's
because people. I will say this. It's been one of the worst secrets that people I think who are looking to buy have probably been holding off to see what happens. Right?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on this year. You know, you
Right.
can't. There is an election coming up, and it's probably one of the most volatile elections
Ever.
that ever. So people are sitting back just a little bit, waiting to see what happens. So hopefully, this is the first step in a lot of good news. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But if you look at a $400,000 house, I mean, that. Granted, at 3% versus 6%, but that's $700 a month.
Oh, I know.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And if you take that over 30 years, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's why people are watching that. And I think you made a good point, John, that we're not going to get back to where we were probably.
Right.
But on the other hand, I don't know. I don't want to leave any money on the table either. So,
Correct.
and then refinancing is not like, go in and lower my interest rate. I mean, there's a lot of costs to refinancing too. So I think you kind of want to wait till it's right. But I just think it's going to be great because I'm one of those, the American dream is owning a home, and I just hope that this helps because I think it was a little bit out of reach for some people.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would agree.
I think so too. And I think it, kind of like we mentioned, I think it'll help on both sides, with buyers and sellers. So if we can, get that to tick down.
Inventory still low?
Yeah, it's still pretty
Still low, huh?
Yeah.
It is. It's definitely the market has slowed down a little bit, and it could be all of this, everything that's going on.
I mean,
around us.
inventory is low, but conversely, the buyers they've been sitting on the sidelines for the last few weeks. So
just waiting to see what happens.
Just waiting.
You
to
can't
see what
blame them.
happens.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
can't
really,
at all.
you can't blame them.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Fall is generally a pretty good time for home
It is.
sales, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
vacations are over. Everybody's starting to think about that. They want to get done before Christmas, possibly.
Yeah. And, to be honest with you, I think, you really get those people who want to stay in their school district as well.
Absolutely.
Or they're moving way out. Summer, you find people wanting to get out of their district into another one. It's a really interesting dynamic in the different markets. But
Is
fall
that
is
the
usually
number
really
one
great.
thing? Like when people, when it comes to where they want to live, and they come to you, somebody walks in, hey, Ben and Deanna, hear you on the radio. I'd love to talk to you guys about, we're looking to buy a house.
Yeah.
And you'd probably say, what are your top priorities? If they've got kids, would schools be the top right now?
Schools would be number
If
one.
they have
Number one,
kids,
huh?
Yeah, if they have
Yeah.
kids in school.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all depends on your life stage.
Yeah. Everybody's number one reason is different. Honestly, we've heard them all.
But people who run for office sometimes taxes is like 7th or 8th. It's pretty far down. I mean, you're talking about schools, you talk about public safety, the infrastructure, the park systems. That rate's pretty. Now, it depends what survey you look at, but we studied that pretty close, and boy, schools was always in the top 3.
It is. And you know what? People are used to paying taxes. We pay taxes for everything. And though they don't like it, it's part of life.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of write that one off.
But even people who don't have kids in school still like good schools because that gives you the product of your environment.
Well, and you have a good resale value
right.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
absolutely.
And there are some communities that have better school districts. Now I just saw that Da Vinci again. Now that's a school that for the gifted and talented, but I think that was #1 school again in the state. I mean, it's just an awesome school.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, they're doing. They got to go. That's a great school. But
If
a lot of good schools. Red Smith is good.
If you guys ran the whatever, what would you do to get the real estate market back to like its glory days, where
Oh my gosh.
everybody wanted to buy, everybody wanted to sell, everybody wanted to get a bigger house, everybody wanted to. What would that take?
Yeah.
I think the interest
Because that was pre-COVID. It was almost like that, wasn't it? In a certain way.
Yeah, a little bit. We're kind of right around COVID. Kind of right when it hit. It was just this wonderful mix of the rate wasn't quite as low as it is now, was.
High.
High now. It was a little bit lower than it was, but not as low as it went. And it was really like balanced.
That's what I mean.
So, and those balanced markets, honestly, I love them. I wish we could have them all the time because the buyers walk away happy and the sellers walk away happy. And it just, it creates this kind of, perfect scenario that we only have for a little bit. And then
I would say a calculated approach. I mean, if it was me, I would do a calculated approach. And honestly, I'd probably do exactly what they're doing right now. I think if it's going to be 0.5% today, which there's been conversations about that.
Yeah.
But you got to kind of feel the market out if you're the Fed chairman. And I think I probably would have done it a few weeks ago.
Right.
But they're going to do it today, allegedly.
The other thing we have to do is you're right. I think will. The other thing that we have to do though is we've got to build more inventory.
Yeah.
We are lacking starter homes or whatever first time homes. We lack that.
And who's taking advantage of that is some of these big real estate rental type companies.
Sure.
And I'm not going to mention mom and pop type things, but there's some national ones. They take advantage of that like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you don't want to rent my apartment for $1,200 a month. What's your option? Try to go buy a little house.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's just it.
We talked about this on the show, or also maybe better financing for condominiums because people aren't building equity. You pay $1,200 of rent for 5 years. It's like, what do you got?
Nothing.
Receipts.
Yeah.
Whereas at least you wouldn't have a lot of money in a condo, but you'd have some. Because it's all so much interest in the upfront part of it. But after 15 years, it's like, wait a minute, I got $80,000.
Well, and condos are really coming back around. I mean, it's one of those things that
Well, I
I think
hope so.
when people think of condos, they think of, kind of more of the high rise, more of the apartment looking condos. But
The villages.
Yeah.
That's
so not where I was going.
You know what I think of? I think of the old Bob Newhart show. Remember the condo? They had the Bob Newhart show in downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always thought that'd be the coolest place in the world
Yeah.
to live in that condo.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of as a condo.
Now they have a lot of like what looks like single family homes
Right.
that are
Yes.
condos.
Standalones.
And
Yeah.
it's just, so the whole concept of condos I think has kind of changed. At least I think it's been that way in different areas, but it's really moving to our area
And
as
you
well.
use realtors when you do sell someone a condo. You really have to disclose there's cost to a condo.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
absolutely.
dynamics.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
those condo fees and how much control do you have? But anyway, it's just something to look at because again, I just think building equity is really important for
Yeah.
anyone.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely. When you look at everybody in their, investment portfolio, and if they've got a good one, there's real estate in it.
There's no
Yes.
better bank account than equity.
Oh,
Yeah.
unquestionably.
Absolutely.
None.
The music. No, I'm thinking the music. I'm not laughing at what you said, Johnny. I meant the music you put Bob Newhart on.
God, you got that in like 2 beats.
Yeah.
That could have been on like Name That
Name
Tune.
That Tune.
Oh, man. Ben and Dan and Malcolm are in the house. Back with more right after this.
The talk of Green Bay, WGBW.
In the market for a home loan? It's time to meet Kristen Ambos, the top 1% of loan originators in the U.S. and the #1 female loan officer in Wisconsin for 2 years running. With over 20 years experience, Kristen and Point Mortgage Corporation are here to serve all of your lending needs, from conventional to FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Plus, with their rate match guarantee, if they can't beat your pre-approved rate, they'll pay you $500. Call Kristen Ambos today at 920-606-1156 and let her and Point Mortgage make your home ownership dreams come true.
Some big ideas being shared at the Cap Times Idea Fest in Madison. Civic Media is proud to be a part of it and will broadcast the one-on-one discussion with Liz Cheney. Hear why the former Republican Party leader does not support Donald Trump and more on Friday, September 20th at 7:30 p.m. Coverage featuring Liz Cheney live from Idea Fest, Friday night, September 20th at 7:30 on your local Civic Media radio station.
You're listening to the top.
We got 4 realtors sitting here.
I know.
That's what we're talking about now. I think there may be 2 that are really schooled in it and 2 that are kind of like along for the ride.
We're with Ben Indiana Malakar, Bay Area Realty. Good morning, you guys. Located, of course, on Broadway and Walnut Street. So, again, you guys have a house for sale right now.
Yeah.
Red Smith.
Yep.
Red Smith
Phenomenal area, highly
It
coveted
is.
area. And it's been on the market for, what, a week?
But 10
right
days.
around there.
Which
Yeah.
is a little bit
It's
unusual,
long,
which is a
yeah.
little bit of a sign, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys take away from that?
Yeah, I can tell you, that particular home, and we used to live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very familiar with the Red Smith neighborhood. So it's very much priced appropriately, but I do. There are, and we hear it across the board with all of our other agents, is buyers are sitting on the sidelines. And I think that today, and I'll be curious to see the showings come through for other homes as well after this interest rate reduction and adjustments are made. I see that as a spark.
Yeah.
What a big day this could be, huh?
It could be. And I think if nothing else, it gives some positive outlook to the future. And I
Right.
think that's really what we need more than anything else.
Totally agree. There
Because-
hasn't been that light at the end of the tunnel type of thing.
No, on a lot of different fronts. So
Yeah.
I think this is hopefully, like I said, just the start of many. So we'll see.
If you were a builder and you had...
Is this the question that you were trying to think of before?
No, but it kind of goes
Those
along with
questions
it.
scare me.
I know. I got
That's
it.
gone.
He's
No,
building up to it.
I know.
But here's the deal. If you were a builder and if you had enough workers, big family, building company, whatever, what would be your biggest still negative to not build? 'Cause I keep wondering why builders aren't building these, 1,600, 1,400, 1,200 square foot starter homes. Why aren't they building those?
Still comes down to all the cost of the supplies and labor. I
Okay.
mean, they're not cheap. They really
well, and
aren't.
now that's just pretty much the spec market.
Yeah.
These starter homes are the spec market now, and that's something we didn't have years ago.
And you do, your first time home buyers are in those type of homes. They are still working into a project or walking into a project. I should say the yard's usually not done. Sometimes they don't even come with air conditioning, so you've got to buy the unit. The driveway sometimes isn't done. The basement isn't finished.
Okay.
So a lot of
The
times,
third garage stall doesn't have an opener.
Yep.
Yes.
So I mean, they are. I mean, I hope that we can get that back up and going. But it all, it all boils down or comes back to that inflation and the cost of everything.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 100 years ago, we experienced the Roaring 20s where things really took off. There was a lot of good things happening, and I think we need that momentum again in this country. That it's because, look, people say, well, interest rates went up. Yeah, well, inflation came down. But interest rates were down and inflation went up. I mean, look, economics is not an easy school.
No.
And but I just hope we get back to where there's inventory. And I think that's like number one because a lot of inventory drives price down. But I hope we get back to that. I mean, it's 1924. It's 2024. I'm still living in the Roaring 20s.
Yeah.
But it's funny. We talked the other day. In 1924, the Tarleton was built, the Hotel Northland was built, and the WBAY building was built.
A lot of
on that year.
Well, and I know Tarleton is doing
Cars.
a bunch of events for their 100-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because we had called over there. We were hoping to do a little event ourselves in their space on the, I think it was
cool.
the 23rd. And she said, we have events going on all day. So
And
mark
that's
your
a
calendar.
Cool, that's a cool little venue right there.
Oh,
Right
love
between
it.
them and you, basically.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
There was a number of other things built in, but I'm just saying the whole 20s, cars were
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just, television was really taking off, aviation, was getting going, and those were good years. And I just I think we can get back to that too. I feel like we're on the cusp of.
But it's frustrating. And again, you talk about different elements. I mean, if somebody could buy or build a bunch of 1,400 square foot houses, they would sell every single one before they were, wouldn't they though? I mean,
If
the
they could
market,
do it reasonably,
that's what I
yes.
mean. The market is there, and it's just so frustrating that you can't give them what they want.
A couple things on that, Joe. I'm just going to say, it's not.
pause.
It's not that easy.
Yeah.
Well, one is I think you talked about
Yeah.
labor. There's
Yeah.
a labor shortage,
There-
and
There is.
we're working on that. TC's doing a great job of that, and so are, some of these unions to get these people trained. Carpenters Union, they're doing a great job, but sometimes cities don't make it as easy as it used to be, John. I mean,
that's true too.
They are putting the smack on these developers. It's like you guys got to lighten up a little bit, know, and so we can build more. There's a combination of things, but I do think I do. I'm an optimist, but I really feel like everybody's going to start giving a little bit, and we're going to get a lot.
Yeah.
But
I
you know
hope
what I'm
so.
saying is the potential buyers are there.
Totally. Oh,
They are there.
There's no doubt.
And
Yeah.
it's just so frustrating that you can't find a way to make it a win-win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Type
Right.
thing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Well-
think we'll get back there.
Yeah, and the cost of gas too. I mean, that is always factored into every equation. So whether it's the builders making their way to the build site or the materials getting there, the cost of gas, you're going to end up paying
But
for it.
isn't that a great feeling when you drive past and you see a 2 now
Oh,
instead
I
of a 3
know.
or a 4?
And how are we trained that way? I mean,
I
it's
know.
so crazy. Now it
Well-
can be $2.99, and
And
it's like,
like, yes!
oh my goodness.
Actually, I did that. I didn't need gas.
Yeah.
I was in Manitowoc. I said $2.99. I was like, I'm not passing this up.
No.
I can't pass that. I'm topping off.
I know. I was so excited.
I was
$1.
too. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
matter.
It is. It's the news, and it's.
I know. Even
but
premium was under 3. I was
Yes.
just like, wow.
It's great. November 5th is
Although
coming.
Jim went in and tore into a guy because he said the sign was 1 cent off from the pump. Correct?
Ooh.
I did.
And that
I was
wasn't
mad.
a cash versus credit?
No.
difference?
No, the
No.
guy's like, we're going to get to it. But now,
Oh,
like, it's,
we're
that was
gonna do
it really. It was
Yeah.
like because you have to do it that day, but it was.
Yeah.
But now it's really automated. You
Yeah.
change one, it automatically changes the digital sign. I think this may
Yeah.
have still been in the old days where they.
Oh,
Maybe it
gotcha.
wasn't that long ago, but
Yeah.
I was not happy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and I saw the sign, and it was like John. It was a penny. But
Yeah.
I had nothing else to do.
Only he would notice
I was.
that.
I know. So it was really over like a quarter.
But he says it's not all financial in his
No,
life.
it was over 14 cents. It was 14 gallons.
Okay.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
but I may have had some other issues that
Yeah,
I needed
yeah.
So that,
To get out
anger
and have
management.
more
Yeah.
kid work
Right.
at
That,
the
that,
counter.
that, that kid
Took
took
it out on him.
I know.
So how many pennies were left in the give a penny?
I know.
take a penny?
I know.
I would have just take 14 out of them.
And hand them off too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Benedict and
Oh,
Malcor, give it to us.
Yes.
Straight
Go
from the
ahead,
head.
you guys.
We got 1 minute,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? Come see us. Give us a call. We're right on the corner, like John said, of Walnut and Broadway. You can look up benmelcor.com and you can see all of our active listings. We've got a wine and cheese open house up in Ellison Bay this Friday night. So stop by and see us
Yep.
at that
Newport Lane.
Yeah.
Is that the Swedish barn?
It is.
Oh, I
It
want to
is.
see that.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
so many people circling. We just we
Oh,
need somebody to
man.
grab on.
Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
love to
Stop
buy
and have
that.
some wine and cheese with us.
All right. You have the sauna working in the barn?
Think
Think about it.
Yes.
Think
I
about
know, I
it.
might have to buy one of those.
All right.
Okay.
It doesn't have a Swedish barn. It doesn't have a sauna.
Well, I think there's plans for it.
Oh, we gotta
yeah,
put
there's
it
an
in.
area,
There.
perfect
When I
area
buy
for
that,
it.
we're putting it in.
Give a lot of wine. He'll
That's
break
with your
out.
$1 million.
Yes.
You can do that with your million.
Ben and Deanna Malcor, you folks are awesome. Stop in. Bay Area Realty Ace Champion. Coming up next. Back after this.
Sisters saying in her sleep.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW. Dom Selvia.
Next time, Matt Rothschild comes in studio with me. We're going to talk about extra security for the political candidates. And can the Republicans keep the government open? Tune in.
The Dom Selvia Show. Weekdays 4 till 6. Covering all the news that affects you with humor and a unique perspective. Matinaire on Air with Jane Matinaire. Weekdays 10 till noon on the Talk of Green Bay, 97.9 FM and 1590 AM WGBW, and on the Civic Media app.
It's easy to listen to your favorite local radio station anytime. Download the Civic Media app from the Apple or Google Play Store, then listen live or whenever you want from anywhere for free.
Enjoying this local program? Find the complete Civic Media lineup at civicmedia.us or the Civic Media app. You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay. WGBW 1590 AM Denmark. W250CV Green Bay. And always streaming on the Civic Media app.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Federal Reserve finishes its two-day September meeting today and is widely expected to make its first cut to a key interest rate since the spring of 2020.
What does it mean for your wallet? Well, it's going to be cheaper to borrow money. Think less expensive mortgages, car loans, and credit card debt. If you've been carrying a balance on your credit card, you felt the sting of high rates with the average APR now a staggering 28%. Nearly a rate cut will mean a decrease there.
That's ABC Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis. Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs will be back in court today trying to get the hip-hop mogul released on bail. They offered $50 million yesterday, but the federal judge said no, citing a danger for witnesses and alleged victims in the sex trafficking and racketeering case. Schools closed in Lebanon, and Hezbollah promising retaliation against Israel for the simultaneous pager attacks that left nearly 3,000 people injured and killed at least a dozen. This is ABC News.
I'm Lisa Hale with WGBW News. Your news in depth. Find it in the news section at WGBW.FM.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance predicts Donald Trump will win Wisconsin. He rallied supporters in Eau Claire yesterday.
From Wisconsin, we're going to send a message. And that message is, we're going red, the country's going red, Donald J. Trump is our president, and we're going to win in November.
Trump maintains he won Wisconsin in 2020, though all evidence shows he lost. Vice President Kamala Harris will be in Madison Friday night. Senator Tammy Baldwin is speaking out for in vitro fertilization. Senate Republicans blocked a bill establishing a nationwide right to IVF yesterday. Baldwin says IVF helps people who want to have families. Baldwin's challenger, Eric Hovde, also says he supports IVF procedures. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now, here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. The Green Bay Area Public School District Board of Education is adding a $183 million facilities referendum to the November 5th ballot. It invites the community to attend a community information session to learn more about the referendum. The first of these meetings is Tuesday, September 24th at Lombardi Middle School Commons. See our story at WGBW.FM for a list of meeting days, times, and locations. Enrollment at the universities of Wisconsin this fall increased by more than 1,000 students overall, according to the preliminary estimates based on first-day student counts. UW President Jay Rothman says the increase is despite new financial aid forms, closed campuses, and other setbacks. UW Green Bay saw an increase of over 400 students. And that's what you need to know. I'm Lisa Hale, WGBW News.
The Brewers' magic number is 1. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kusko with sports, filling in for Mike Clemens. Milwaukee lost 5-1 to the Phillies on Tuesday, but because the Chicago Cubs also lost, the Brewers need either a win or a Cubs loss on Wednesday to clinch the NL Central and a playoff spot. With the Cubs game likely done before the Brewers take the field against the Phillies, Milwaukee could know its playoff fate before first pitch tonight. The Green Bay Packers may be without Jordan Love for a second straight game due to an MCL sprain, but Coach Matt LaFleur is ready to go with Malik Willis, who he said is prepared if they need him again.
I think you have to kind of go through it. I think we're all learning each other, and you felt confident in terms of what he was able to show through the course of the week of practice, but ultimately just there's heightened anxiety, heightened pressure when you're in a real game situation. So I don't think you truly know until you get out there and kind of go through that process with him.
The Packers take on Tennessee this Sunday at noon. Filling in for Mike Clemens, I'm Jimmy Kuska with Civic Media Sports.
This is your local Civic Media radio station. Want to hear even more? Anytime? Find all of it at civicmedia.us.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
Currently, 53 degrees.
Join Lou Rugani for the Music of the Stars every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. until noon. Lou brings back the nostalgia from the golden age of radio with the music, drama, and comedy shows that made radio magic. Music of the Stars is sponsored by Lakeland Care, providing personalized support that aims to improve quality of life and maintain independence for elders and those with disabilities. It's the Music of the Stars, Sunday at 7 on 97.9 FM and 1590 AM WGBW, Talk of Green Bay.
From the Lake Shore to Lake Winnebago.
Door to Fond du Lac counties.
Northeast Wisconsin is special for many different reasons. I'm Lisa Hale.
And I'm Terry Barr. Family and fun.
Safe communities and friends. We're featuring all of it as part of New Wisco Weekend, a news magazine show just for you, and highlighting what makes the Fox Valley and Green Bay area a great place to live. Join us.
New Wisco Weekend, Saturday mornings at 8, Sundays at 11 on WGBW and WISS and the Civic Media app. Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, our statewide Text to Win Green and Gold contest continues. Dr. Laura Hanks here with public service announcement at 11:33. Don't miss it.
Matnair on air. Weekday.
Coming to Northeast Wisconsin live from the Civic Media Studios and featuring TV and radio broadcast veteran John Mino, along with the City of Green Bay's longest-serving mayor, Jim Schmidt. This is Mino and the Mayor.
Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
And here are your hosts, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Welcome back. Mine on the Mayor here, 97.9 FM, WGBW, 98.3 FM, WISS, and of course the Civic Media app on a beautiful Wednesday morning. 53 in downtown Green Bay, 62 in Appleton, 53 in Oshkosh. And special thanks to John Kramer joining us. John Kramer, photographer with the Press Times, 32-year Army veteran. Ben and Deanna Malcor, Bay Area Realty. Their segment just flies by so fast, though. It's unbelievable. But really great insights on what's going to happen today. If the interest rates do come down, that could be a really big day. I think we need to do an update with them maybe tomorrow if it's kind of dramatic, big thing.
And they're going to a big meeting today to talk about how they implement what's going to happen. So that'll be interesting. We should follow up on that this week. That'd be great.
Yep. Ace Champions in the house. But first, we want to talk to somebody else that's along with Ace. Graham is the music director for the Civic Symphony of Green Bay. And I thought Jim was, for lack of better words, BSing us when he said he was a conductor for a big symphony thing one time. And Song has photo evidence he really did.
Yes, I'm prepared.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good.
So give us what you do.
I'm the music director of the Civic Symphony of Green Bay, and I've been doing this for 20 years now. This is a 30th anniversary of Civic Symphony of Green Bay, and I've been doing it for 20 years out of 30.
Fantastic. And how did you get this guy to? And it looked like he knew what he was doing, at least in that picture.
He did. Absolutely, he did. He knew what he was doing, and we had a confetti going on.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we practiced too, though. I mean, we had a couple of
This is the big crescendo part then?
Oh, it was Stars and Stripes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the best. That's got to be the best orchestra song to conduct is Stars and Stripes, right?
I mean, it's a very popular. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows it. Different sections play different things. You bring them in, and that was awesome.
I like watching on like the 4th of July where they do that concert in like Central Park or different places like that. I really like that.
But we did it at the Meyer on the stage, and everything was dark, so confetti, flying everywhere on the stage. He was spotlighted, I should say.
Were you nervous?
No, it was. Look, all I did, John, was you keep the beat. That's a really good symphony.
Do they really watch you, or they just
They do. They do. It's all eyes on
you.
Really? They really do.
Wow.
It's all eyes on you.
Did I do one for you guys one time at the park up here? No, I did. I did a thing. It was a patriotic thing where I had to read
5 beats to a measure.
Something. But I had to be on the beat with it was hard. I was nervous.
I think that was an elementary band.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not sure.
Hey, Todd, I thought we had, I told you when to turn Ace's microphone on, and it wasn't yet, because I knew there'd be some smart alecky kind of comments coming my way. I got to talk to you about something else, by the way. I'm going to become a Creole chef.
Oh, boy.
Because I'm getting this grill. Well, it's a long story. I don't want to get into it. I was given a grill, a skillet grill for doing something, an event here in town. And I didn't know I didn't know what this was. And then I saw how cool they were, and I was going to donate it to a charity, Jim's charity. And then I thought, well, no, I'm going to keep this. So I received a lot of negative press because of this. So
Can you imagine that? Committing to give something to a nonprofit charity and reneging on it? And John said, I got some pushback on that. I'm like,
I did. I got pushback. I'll be honest. So I am giving them the grill. I'm going to buy my own.
Oh, you are now.
Yes, I really am.
It took a while.
Way to redeem yourself.
Yes, but I want to be a Creole chef because I want to cook shrimp on it. It's the big skillet thing. Have you seen those?
Yeah,
They're
the electric skillet.
Yeah, the black stoves are called.
I have a few of those.
Okay, it's okay. So you got to give me some recipes.
Okay.
Okay.
In fact, actually, at the event we are doing the food and music concert on the 1st of October, one of the menu is a shrimp and sausage skewer.
Oh,
so you can use that grill.
Yes.
To cook, but we are cooking for you, anybody who wants to come.
And that's on Tuesday, October. I'm coming to this for sure.
Talk more about this.
And talk more about this, and talk about how the music aligns with the food or vice versa.
I mean, this was a divine intervention between the food and music. Somehow we got connected. So we suggested, okay, how about food and music? And you can play your native flutes with us, with the orchestra. So we are collaborating with the culinary department of the Preble High School students.
Wow. Which is one of the best.
Yes, they compete with other school culinary departments.
They take it serious.
Yeah, they do.
They do. I had no idea how serious high school students are, but they are, and they are very good. And so they are cooking the whole 3-course meal with 3 different kinds of desserts. With the music that goes with it, with the region where it came from.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, and thank you for doing that. I mean, both of you. But
That
I mean,
is
to
awesome.
engage the students and engage people like me who are going to go to that.
I know the
and it's-
heritage of the music and the food
Well, you
together.
learn something, and it's all local talent, which is like the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Starting from Ace Champion and the students of the Preble High School,
Right.
and the Civic Symphony of Green Bay, everybody is around here.
Yeah.
So it's
where
a
are you
perfect
doing this?
combination.
Where's this event?
It's going to be at the Preble High School Commons.
Okay,
Beautiful.
Cool. That's
Can I ask your heritage
A lot
and
of
how you
space
got into
there.
this?
Oh, well, my background is I'm a native Korean.
Okay.
And I came here in '89.
Okay.
So since then, I started from Texas.
Okay.
Very south, and then kept coming up.
You've lost the
to-
Texas accent.
Yes. Yes, that would have been funny with a Korean accent and Texas. But so I ended up in Wisconsin
Awesome.
in 2002, and I've been loving it.
You know, I got to tell you
You do a
something.
great job.
Korean War vets took a lot of grief.
You are?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
I'm not. But Korean, I write books on veterans.
Okay.
And I interviewed a lot of Korean War vets. And a lot of people, after the war, it's like, well, you didn't really win the war. I mean, it's not even really over. There was just a truce, whatever. And, versus like World War II, where they had the big parades. But so many of the guys stay involved with the Korean population. They help build schools, orphan. And they said, take a look at North Korea, what you can see of it, and take a look at South Korea and tell us who won that war.
Yeah.
We won that
Absolutely.
war with the South Koreans.
Absolutely.
That is such a wonderful, vibrant, economically stable country. It's incredible.
Right.
We feel very proud of what we did.
I mean, we couldn't have existed without the help. I mean, it's hard to imagine somebody risking their lives for another country. That's something very special.
And one of my gentlemen said the greatest moment of his life, they went back and they were helping. Well, okay, they were part of what they call the Chosin Reservoir, the frozen Chosin.
Yeah.
And it was horrific. The temperature, the communist Chinese were in the hills shooting down at them. It was horrible. And there were so many civilian women and kids in that were with them, that they were trying to get to a place. And they got him there.
Yeah.
Okay? And years later, they got this school built and everything, and they asked this group of Americans who donated a lot of the money for it to come over. And the lady in charge, the director of the whole thing, was one of the little girls in the Frozen Chosen
Oh, wow.
evacuation.
Cool.
And this guy was part of that. I mean, obviously, he didn't know her, but they were together here when she was this really little girl.
Oh, my God.
And
Amazing.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
And he said, you want to talk
absolutely.
about a great connection with that these Korean War veterans have with the group.
Yes.
It's the people from South Korea.
Yes.
So that's kind of
I'm
neat.
glad you're here. You were in music when you were a little kid.
Well, my mom loved the music.
Right.
So all my sisters and I grew up in music.
Right.
Yes.
And to take that, and was it difficult to get the job? And you've been doing a great job. Everybody loves the
Thank
Civics.
you.
Tell me about, why did you choose Green Bay, and how was it getting the job? And you're doing a good job with that. I mean,
Well,
we don't have the symphony is gone. I mean, the other
Right.
one folded,
Right.
and you kind of stepped up in a big way.
I think it means a lot because actually our members, unlike the professional orchestras, our Civic Symphony of Green Bay is consists of volunteers, 99%, and they are from here. So they are actually community people who love playing and have their day jobs. But in the evening time, we get together 5-6 times and practice together. So they have a lot of pride in that, and just wonderful people to work with.
With a passion.
Yeah,
Yes.
and what you're doing with Ace Champion and at Preble High School is, I mean, really, you're educating people on a culture, right? Because there's great food, there's
Absolutely.
great music, and it's not Green Bay, yet it is here in Green Bay.
Absolutely, this has never been done. Actually, I don't know if it has ever been done in the nation. So we are very, very proud of initiating something new and getting actually youngsters being involved in community event.
Right.
I think that's awesome.
We need to reach out to the youth because that's our future,
Absolutely.
you know, and
Absolutely.
it's important
Great
that we have that. Hey, can you tease us a little bit on
Ace, what's going on?
what's gonna be the food? What's
Sitting
gonna
over
be
there
the
so quiet, like.
Hey,
He's
I'm just chilling.
You're
I'm
just
just honored to
chilling.
be next to my friend right here. Yeah, I even went there and did a practice with them not so long ago. Talk
Yep.
about, I don't think I've been intimidated in about 20-something
I
years.
know,
You didn't
right?
have
You know,
to.
and there's like 100 people there.
Right.
She's just so calm. Yeah, it was an awesome experience. But the whole concept is to like you said, bring awareness to multicultural. You know, at Preble High School, there's the Asian community, the Black community. There's so many different communities, and sometimes they just showcase just one. So the whole concept is to showcase them all, you know, as many as you can. So as you're eating food from New Orleans, you'll be hearing food from New Orleans, and I just think that's just going to be just magical.
That's great.
Who put this together?
We both did. It's a collaboration.
All did together as a team.
Started off with a dream and a vision, and here we are.
Yeah.
Ace, you're the only person I know that can play some instrument that goes back 5,000 years and will still describe how and when this music was used, where it was used, what part of your mental capabilities it's trying to affect.
Yes.
You go so deep with you don't just play a tune.
Oh, no.
There's a reason for every note you play, isn't there?
There is. And it all goes back ancient. You know, back in the ancient days, you know, especially for mental health, there was no Xanax, there was no doctors. You know, you went and saw the shaman or the medicine doctor, and they played their flutes and their drums, and this was all based on sound healing frequency. And it's just been lost, you know. So I'm honored to be someone to bring it back, you know, right here in Green Bay. And there's no other soothing genre besides the symphony, you know. So to bring those two together is pretty.
And
epic.
Song, how fun is that for you to really reach out to a new listening audience? I mean, to bring the youth and to bring that's very progressive on your part.
Well, I mean, I always seek something new ideas to bring everyone together, and this is something that we can have our body and soul and you know, everything come together in one place. So
and food is there.
Absolutely, and there's
like
a
the
Korean
music.
food.
Yeah.
Bulgogi.
Not to
That's
be
awesome.
mistaken.
Okay, you hold on. We got to send a 1-minute break. We're going to come back. We're picking up with that, and then we're going to hear from that man.
Yes.
With his musical talents. Back after this.
Long as I got your love, you know
to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for Nightlight with Pete Schwaba.
Are you seeking an amazing atmosphere where you can enjoy well-execute comfort food for lunch or dinner? Maybe even a cold craft beer, signature cocktail, or glass of wine after a hard day's work? Look no further than Heights Pub and Parlor in downtown Green Bay. 3 levels of gorgeous architecture with top-notch friendly service, mouth-watering food, and a kitchen open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. You'll find any excuse to come back. Visit weekdays from 11 to 10 and open till 11 Fridays and Saturdays. Check us out on Facebook or online at heightsgb.com.
During life's most trying times, it helps to have someone with experience and understanding at your side. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory has attentive staff in De Pere, available 24 hours a day, and nearly 100 years of business experience, which can provide comfort during those difficult times. Call them at 920-336-3171 or visit them at ryanfh.com. Ryan Funeral Home and Crematory, local people serving local families since 1926.
This is the Talk of
Through my darkest night, put something better inside of me. You brought me.
Hey, welcome back. Mino the Mayor here on a beautiful Wednesday morning. 97.9 FM, WGBW, 98.3 FM, WISS, and Oshkosh, and of course the Civic Media app. We're being joined by Ace Champion, one of our all-time great friends, and Sung Graham, music director of the Civic Symphony of Green Bay. And you guys are putting together a great event that Jim has already reserved a spot for because yeah.
Well, they both. This is just great culture that we're gonna, hear the music, the
combination.
food, and I just love the Civic Symphony. I think you guys are. Just
But wait,
do so much.
where we left off.
Yeah?
Tell me about the Korean food.
Oh my God.
Right.
Someone's hungry.
I cook this quite often at
Okay.
home for myself, of course. But it's very simple, but very delicious, very tasty. I mean, you have to taste. It's called bulgogi. Literally, it means fire meat, but it's not. It's fire doesn't mean spicy.
Okay.
So don't panic. It's kind of sweet, salty taste. But you cook it on the kind of a grill on the
Right.
fire. That's why
Okay, got
it's
it, got it,
called
got it, got it.
fire meat. And you marinate it for a while. The longer you marinate it, it tastes better. And then you cook it on the grill and serve it on top of the rice, sticky
Okay.
rice. And it's delicious.
Oh,
you
my gosh.
have to taste that.
Bring some back. Bring some back.
Just get a ticket.
Right.
Come on.
But
you
how
can,
come
you
we
can
get-
come sit.
He doesn't want to hang out with me at these things.
True statement. Where do we get the tickets? How does this work? And tell me, this is going to be good because I think
Absolutely, something different, and is, in my opinion, I mean, to get 3-course meal with 3 different kinds of desserts, it's a deal.
and the symphony. I mean,
Yeah,
don't-
$49 ticket.
Okay, $49. That's a
and-
great deal.
Yes, and you can get it at TicketStar, or you go to Civic Symphony of Green Bay website, which is gbcivic.org, and you can purchase ticket there. It gets connected to TicketStar, so you
Outstanding.
buy the.
Ace, let's hear some of your expertise, my friend.
What do you want to hear?
Whatever you want
Oh,
to play.
hey, I bought a special one.
It's all yours.
Uh-oh.
Talk about the Creole, the Louisiana, New Orleans food. We are doing like I said,
Oh, yeah, so
shrimp and sausage skewers.
Yes, Creole, South African, Indian, French, and Spanish. So that's heavily influenced. And then you guys are going to be playing a little bit of jazz in the background, or what was it called? Was it the
Yes,
Saints
and-
Go Marching In, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the last
That'll work.
one. Actually, when saints get to heaven, it's a little bit modified, but that's the last piece, and we'll play Mississippi Suite by Grofet, which has old Creole days.
Nice.
And also Mardi Gras.
Well, this is right up my alley since I'm going to become a Creole chef.
This is it. This.
Yeah.
So-
What is that?
What an opportunity.
So this is an Australian handpan. I like all things relaxing, all things soothing. I think this is probably the most relaxing drum on the planet. So I'll play a little quick tune for you.
All right.
That was not the sound I was expecting to come out of that. I was thinking like some big bass drum or something.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
That's great.
I have never seen that instrument
Me either.
before. I've never heard that before.
If it was evening time, I'll fall asleep. But very soothing, very soothing. And what he plays on flutes, they are beautiful, beautiful sound.
And how
So-
does the event go? Is it a little bit of we take breaks? Do you educate us a little bit on what you're going to play and how it?
Do we eat? Do people eat during the thing?
Yes,
Okay.
actually, Ace is our host.
Oh,
so he's
yeah,
going to
MC.
guide through. Yes.
Yo.
So
Okay.
we start with a festival overture, and then we start introduction of Spanish area, Spain area. We play Capricho Español, but we serve gazpacho. Chili, a little bit cool soup.
Yeah,
Right.
Cold soup. Yeah.
Cold soup.
Yeah.
So we start from Spain area, and then we go to Asian area and serve bulgogi. And then we go to Caribbean and Louisiana. So we serve the what is it? Shrimp and sausage skewers, and then go to Louisiana and serve desserts.
And it's accompanied by music of that region.
Yes. And the serving
That is
is
so cool.
Through the symphony.
all during the music. They get to eat while listening to their music.
So does the symphony play the same time as you?
So I'm playing one with the symphony. I'm also playing a solo, and
Okay.
then the symphony I believe is playing about 6 or 7.
Okay, so you kind of
pieces.
alternate
Yeah.
some
Oh
things.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
evening. And that's going to be fun for everybody.
I'm just impressed how you
Kids-
put this all together.
Right.
I mean, what a great
Yeah.
idea.
High school kids can come, college, parents. I just think that's, like I said, I'm telling you, we get a lot of great guests on here, and there's a ton of great events. I don't go to as many as I used to, but this one I'm
This is
definitely
so
going
unique.
to. This is fun. This is
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
kind
it's gonna be it's a unique opportunity, and you're not gonna be bored. It's everything, every single minute something else is going on.
Well, I think with you up there, we're not going to be bored.
You bring some energy to the
I've
party.
kind of seen you conduct before. So,
Yeah.
yes,
we
I-
might call you up there for a quick second, Jim.
Oh,
So
I
be
think
prepared,
Oh,
you
be
know.
should.
ready.
You know, Mikowski did get up and perform with the glam band a little bit on Sunday.
really?
Yeah, I saw some pictures.
Well, that's cool.
So I don't think it'd be a bad idea for them to call you up from the audience.
Yeah.
we'll participate. This is gonna be fun.
We'll need
Thank you
someone
for-
to help us move the chairs. you
That,
know?
that I
Yeah.
can
I'll
do.
be that guy.
That I can do.
Yeah, I could do that.
And what a great thing! And Preble's all on board. I mean,
Oh,
Preble,
absolutely.
That's a great school, right? I mean,
Yes.
2,000 kids. They're always reaching out.
Yes,
for,
actually, their choirs are joining us for the second concert in actually late October. We are doing a Carmina Burana by Orff. It's a very big choral orchestra work. We are doing it at the Widener on the big stage.
with the symphony.
With a symphony and choir, 300 singers on the
Wow.
stage.
When we did that when I was in high school forever ago, but we did it. It was the band, the chorus, which I was in,
okay.
and then Joe Feeney was our. You know who Joe Feeney is?
Yeah.
He sang with us.
Oh, okay.
It was a great event. I mean, you bring talent together, you can really. It's 1 and 1 equals 3. You know,
Yeah.
it's amazing what
Yeah,
you can
it's
put
all
out.
collaboration,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a lot
Well,
of
this
fun.
is going to be so much fun with the food and the music, the symphony.
I think it's
yeah.
awesome. Can you guys stick around?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna be talking with Tammy Elliott here just a few minutes because I had a nice lunch with her yesterday, and she has something to say to you, Jim. And then we have Nikki Z with a little bit of a T-Rats update coming up. But we want to keep you guys
Yeah.
around, okay?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, it's an honor to have you guys
It
in here
is.
talking about something like this. And Ace is such a great musical
I
accompaniment
appreciate
to
it.
what we do here.
Awesome.
So we're going to do that. So, Ace, what I want you to do is we got 1 minute before the break. We're going to send it a quick break. I want you to play something on the way out. Will you do that for us?
Sure will.
All right.
And this is an actual Japanese /
Oh, what happened to your microphone? Where'd your mic go?
So this is an actual Japanese / Korean flute.
Okay,
Ooh.
here we
Yes.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called a konkin.
Ace Champion in the house.
Gonna play.
The flute.
Pretty soon.
Officials say new voter registrations averaged about 2,100 a day between August 27th and September 10th. But in the 2 days after that, the average jumped to more than 7,800. That includes first-time voters and voters who registered again after moving. Teachers in Wisconsin make about 24% less than other college graduates. That's according to a new study. Economist Sylvia Allegretto authored the report for the Center on Economic Policy Research.
Are we able to retain the teachers that are already in the profession? And how are we going to attract and retain future students of today to choose teaching as a profession?
She recommends more public investment in schools. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. The Miss Wisconsin Scholarship Pageant is leaving Oshkosh. Organizers, while thanking the city for hosting the pageant for over 6 decades, announced the move on Tuesday. The pageant and the Miss Wisconsin's teen competition will now be held at the New Berlin West Performing Arts Center. For the past 61 years, it's been held at the Alberta Kimball Auditorium at Oshkosh West High. Combating hunger is the focus of Green Bay Packers A.J. Dillon's new initiative called Carry for a Cause. The running back and his wife, Gabrielle, launched their first Dillon Family Foundation initiative to run throughout the 2024-25 NFL season. For every Packers home game rushing yard, the foundation will donate a backpack of food to a child in need. Dillon Family Foundation's mission is to empower families and combat hunger in their communities. And that's what you need to know. I'm Lisa Hale, WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Given his penchant for words and his ability to write and perform stinging satire and parody like no one else on TV, you would think the last person producers of the Emmys would want to rile up would be Last Week Tonight host John Oliver. While Oliver was giving his acceptance speech for Best Scripted Variety Show and honoring his family's recently deceased dog, who he credits with being with his family at his wedding, through the pandemic, and 2 pregnancies, music was cued to play him off. At first, he tried to talk over the music, but as it crescendoed, Oliver yelled, "F you, there you go." Can't wait to see what he says about the Emmys on a future show. Speaking of the Emmys, there was good news in regard to the broadcast, aside from what happened to John Oliver. Viewership was up 54% and reached almost 7 million viewers, which is up from the 75th annual broadcast in January, which saw record low numbers. The 75th annual Emmys were held in January due to the writers and actors strike in 2023. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Your news, conversations, and a whole lot of fun. It's all on your local Civic Media radio station or the Civic Media app.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Sunny today, a high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 55. Mostly sunny, back to the mid-80s on Thursday. Some showers and storms Thursday night, 65 the low. For Friday, showers and storms, 82. 82 and showers Saturday, 76 Sunday.
Right now, it's 55.
Are you ready to start a meaningful career in healthcare? Are you looking for a job that fits your work-life balance? Become a certified direct care professional today and make life better for older adults or people with a disability. WIS Caregiver Careers makes it easy with free online training plus earn a $500 bonus. See your name on Wisconsin's Certified Direct Care Registry. Sign up today at wiscaregivercdcp.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
From the Lake Shore to Lake Winnebago.
Door to Fond du Lac counties.
Northeast Wisconsin is special for many different reasons. I'm Lisa Hale.
And I'm Terry Barr. Family and fun.
Safe communities and friends. We're featuring all of it as part of New Wisco Weekend, a news magazine show just for you, and highlighting what makes the Fox Valley and Green Bay area a great place to live. Join us.
New Wisco Weekend, Saturday mornings at 8, Sundays at 11 on WGBW and WISS and the Civic Media app. Pete Schwaba.
On the next Nightlight, I welcome Carl and Peggy Hendricks from the Hendricks Distillery in Oshkosh, and Sarah Enwald, festival manager for Festivals of Cedarburg, joins to discuss Cedarburg's wine and...
Can't get enough of Mino and the Mayor? You can watch the show live right now on Facebook. Search for Mino and the Mayor or WGBW or Oshkosh Air Support and see the entire show unfold right before your eyes. Now, back to Mino and the Mayor, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Welcome back to Mino and the Mayor. We're having a great time in the studio. Ace champion and Sung Graham, music director, Civic Symphony of Green Bay. What an amazing amazing event they're putting together at Preble High School. But first, we have to talk with a great friend of ours, Tammy Elliott. Tammy, are you there?
Good morning.
Oh, hey,
Good
Tammy.
morning. Tammy, doing good. Say hello to Sung and Ace.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Song and Ace.
Good morning.
Great to have you on the show. I'm honored to be in the presence. I feel like I shouldn't take up any of your time. You're far more talented.
Oh, come on now.
Nice talking to you.
They are good.
Tammy, I just we had a great lunch yesterday. You, myself, and Murph. And I just want Jim to hear this. Who picked up the tab?
I can confirm. I know. Just wait. Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
Are you sitting down, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay. Mino paid for lunch and the tip.
Oh, wow.
All three of us. We didn't even. He was asking for the tab. We weren't even kind of through yet, and I was like looking over. I kind of did one of those glances over at Murphy in the morning, and I went, "Oh well." I was like, "Is this really happening?" And here's Mino. Yeah, he paid for the whole thing.
That's funny because I got an email then last night saying the guy from Bourbon Street. That's where you were. That I'm expecting my 12 minutes a day of advertising.
That's the trade-off.
John just traded it up, man.
Well, I can't. You know what? I can confirm that Mino appeared to be paying.
There you go.
Tab.
Okay,
I don't know if there was a note that was slipped in that says we'll give you some free.
It's a trade-up. It's a trade-up. That money's coming back.
Fine.
Well, how was that? That must have been fun getting together with, not that you're old, but like with the old guard,
No, it was great.
Yeah,
it was
that's
great.
always
We have
great.
and we have to catch Murphy now because since he's retired from radio, he's now, spending part of his time, traveling. He's all over the place and we can kind of barely catch up with him. So he's super busy.
Well, yeah, Tammy, he's like,
great.
yeah, I'm gonna be in Salt Lake City for a thing, and then I'm gonna be at Pebble Beach golfing. It's like, then I might drive to LA for. It's like, wow,
right?
That's what retirement should be.
Yeah,
exactly.
He worked so hard.
And then I was like, any regrets? And I felt weird asking that. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm like,
yeah, he was.
He's
totally good. The only thing he said that I agree with, like whenever I'd get out of the meeting or whatever, he'd see something or hear something, and first thought in his mind was, oh, I'm going to talk about this on the air tomorrow. And that happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start thinking, and that's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not on the air. But those things happen a lot. Yeah.
My wife is going to hear that, and she's the only one.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
but so it is. But it's a great time with you guys, Tammy. But I got to be honest, we've become kind of old people in a certain way. And, I mean, you've got a certain thing where you can't eat some things, and
you didn't sit around and talk about what prescriptions you're on, did
no,
you?
but it's
okay,
like,
that's a little
Tammy
old.
has a certain
well,
thing
I
where she
just
can't
tried
eat the
this
bread.
new, this Lipitor.
And Murphy's like, you should try that Mino, lose some weight.
Oh,
and
that.
But then Murph, did you hear him, Tammy? It's like, who in the world are you, Murph? Just like, well, I'm going to get a salad, and then what protein do you have? It's like, what?
I know. It was great. Can I just say, though, so we were at the Main Street Bourbon Room, and I checked in advance because I do have celiac disease, and I was looking for gluten-free options, and they had gluten-free options. And then I asked about one thing on the menu. He's like, let me go back and check with the chef. And, and I really appreciated that. So that was great. But yeah, Murph was like all about do I need to add a protein to that?
Yeah. Okay.
But then, wait, let me preface this. Okay. So he adds the protein. He's getting a salad. Really great. And they come with the little cup of, the dressing on the side. Yeah. And he looks at the cup, and I loved it because he looks at it and he looks up at the guy, the server, and he's like, I'm going to need 3 more of those.
It's like, oh, this healthy. Oh, I need a lot more salad dressing than that. You're exactly right, Tab. So he brings him a big a full cup.
Yes, he brings him like a whole, like as if you're ordering like a half a cup of soup,
Yes, yes.
Murph puts that.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I think he was putting on a show. Tammy, I think he was putting on a show. I for the record, I saw his car at the McDonald's drive-thru.
He doesn't know what a protein is, right? Right? How does Murphy know what a protein is?
You don't have the dollar menu anymore?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So as I'm getting ready to go on with you guys, I'm not kidding you, at 8:31, we get news releases and different things. And this came in, this is from seatingmasters.com, and they're talking about dining in the United States, okay, where you go out to eat and how expensive it is, if it's affordable. And I'm not kidding you. I'm waiting to go on. I'm checking my work email, and I go, oh, look at this. Wisconsin named the 10th cheapest state for dining out.
Really?
So this is what they say. with an inexpensive meal that cost, how much would you think it was? The average meal.
For one
They
person?
go out and eat.
15
Yeah, they go out and eat.
Oh,
17?
28.
28.
Oh, wow.
Where are you
28.
living?
John,
Not in Green
Yeah,
Bay.
right.
Okay, he's trying to show off.
Yeah, I am.
He's trying to
$20.
Since when is McDonald's 28?
Fine, whatever. I'm a Burger King guy, all right?
Oh, well, okay, so this is going up. But I was thinking about this because we had this yesterday. But Mayor, I think you said 17, right? So the average they say it's $16.30.
And I said 15. Where are you?
Yeah, you
That
did.
is cheap.
15.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
really cheap.
Comparatively.
Well, I know because every time you go somewhere, it's like, oh wow, this is a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you go to
Yeah.
any different state, and wow. So Wisconsin, I thought you were going to say Wisconsin had the
is 10.
cheapest people.
You know what you have to be careful of? I was at a place not long ago, and I realized I was getting charged $3 per soda.
Oh, for the refill.
At the meal, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like little things that you don't notice
No.
sometimes.
For the
that it wasn't
refill?
a free
Yes.
refill.
Oh my
$3
God.
Yeah.
for a refill.
Yeah.
I could not believe that.
Or when you go to those places and it's you're having breakfast, someone get a glass of juice. It's like $9.
Same type of
It's like,
thing.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Water.
wow, that is very inexpensive. $16 to go
Yeah.
out. That or 17. I'm sorry, 16, 20.
Yeah.
That is
No,
reasonable.
to a restaurant.
And
South
Tammy-
Dakota, by the way, is the cheapest state.
South
So,
Dakota. Oh,
you know.
that's cool. Hey,
You know
Tammy,
what? I
did
think
you?
they should change this to most affordable. Cheap sounds bad.
It does.
I-
It does.
something
It doesn't
cheap.
make
Well
us sound
said.
good.
But
And-
how do you think we would say it? Hey, did you see that article? We're the 10th cheapest. We would not say we're the
You're
10th
right.
most affordable. Let's be
You're
honest.
right.
10th
You're
most
right. You're right.
affordable? No, we would.
Yes.
Conservative.
All right.
Anyway, well, that's
Bye.
interesting. All right, hey, so I love watching you. Everything's going good in your life.
Yeah, so far so good, right? I mean, I'm employed. I'm happily married.
Good.
What else?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
What else is there to life, right?
Cool.
There you
I'm
go.
doing great.
All right,
Hanging
and we'll
in there.
see you at the Symphony Ace Champions Symphony Preble High School October 1st. That is going to be a great event. I don't know if you've been listening, but there's so much
Love
to do
it.
here in Green Bay, and that's $49, but it's not $16. But you're getting the symphony and everything
And
else.
phenomenal
Right.
food.
Everything included.
Right.
Are you doing all the
I
cooking, Ace,
love
or are
that.
the culinary kids doing the cooking?
No, see, they originally, when I called them, that's the first thing they said is, what are you going to cook? So I was like, yeah, I can't cook for 200-300. So I'm kind of co-training the Preble Culinary Department.
Outstanding.
So, yeah.
Good for those kids to learn.
Yeah.
Isn't this
Oh,
great,
yeah,
Tammy?
yeah.
What a great.
I love it. Promoting our local arts, that's amazing.
Right.
And then, helping the high school students. I mean, I just read something that culinary is one of the a career that's really that there's a high demand, and in like the next 5 to 10 years,
Big time.
there's going to be a huge demand for that. So great program.
It
That's
is, and that
awesome.
is a great program. And they partner with the Packer organization, who runs the food service there. They reach out to Preble High School. They do a lot of events. I mean, Preble has probably the best culinary in our community, and then there's so many schools to go to. And yeah, I mean, my brother-in-law ended up being the culinary chef at Mayo Clinic. He made yes, pretty serious money. And that's when, of course, Peyton was there, Bush was there. When that guy from Egypt flew over in his own plane. I said, how was it working for him? He goes, they didn't really work for him. They kind of shut off the kitchen, and they do everything.
Tammy,
the guy from Jordan.
What cooking expertise did you learn from Grandma Betty?
Oh, you know what? Two things. Pasties.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're from the UP, you know what that is.
Yep.
And then gnocchi.
Gnocchi. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Do you know?
Oh yeah, Italian cuisine.
Oh, love
And-
gnocchi.
We were just eating out with my mom, who's from the UP. Went to Sammy's Pizza in Ashwaubenon. And,
I
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
great
that
pizza.
is. Oh man, it's good pizza.
We thought we were going early on a Friday night, and they ran out of gnocchi.
Oh,
We were so
no.
disappointed. And they do have a great gluten-free option for their pizza too. I will tell you
Oh,
that
nice.
with their homemade Italian sausage. So yeah, those are the two things I picked up. So I had to I have to alter those a little bit to make them gluten-free. But yeah, my grandma was, and you know the thing I love about it too is I'm like, well, Grandma, can you write down a recipe for me? So Grandma Betty lives in UP, and she's like,
No.
well, I don't really have a recipe.
No,
just
I
kind
asked.
of-
I asked my mom so many times for recipes from some of those things, and she had never had anything written down.
Yeah.
Right. So
we put
she
it up.
said, well, the next time we make it, we'll just kind of we'll see what we're using. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never, so I have her recipe, but but I'm not one of those people. I am not one of those cooks who just kind of whips it together or just kind of can tell by the texture or whatever. No,
Well,
that's not
Tammy,
me at all.
I had a dream of putting together for the NFL draft like a food court thing. It'd just be called Uper Village. It'd be pasties and cookies and all UP food. What do you think of
That
that?
would be amazing.
I
I
know.
like it.
Okay.
That
I
could be
definitely
fun.
like it.
You know, on these recipes, my grandmother was a good cook, Polish, and we asked her to do that, you know, and you read it's like a pinch of this.
You can't follow it
That's how
anyway.
it
It's
is.
just like, why
write it down?
Yeah.
There was nothing there.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, that's
Well, Tammy Elliott,
nothing like good
think
food
about
and good music.
think about what I talked about last night. You, me, and Murph doing a podcast once a week.
There you go.
I know. Here's the hard thing, though. How would we ever fill 20 minutes? I don't
We'll
know.
play some music.
There you go.
I
Symphony.
really don't. I don't really have a lot to talk about.
Right,
these
I
days.
know.
It's just kind of the older I get, the less I have to talk about.
Hey, congratulations.
Kinda like John.
Congratulations to your son, by the way, for being a baseball player at De Pere last year, winning the state championship.
Wasn't that fun? You know what? I'm going to tell you a sad moment for all of us parents. You know, all the kids had on their, you know, you use the markers on the car and you put good luck at state and congratulations. We all slowly had to get that off of our cars, and it was like the sign of the end of the celebration. But literally, we kept it on all summer long.
Oh, no kidding.
Long.
That's cool.
It was so fun. And then they went on to play Legion Ball, and they had great success. So it was super fun. I mean, what a great, and I'm just, you know, congratulations and good luck to the coaches and all the players next year. And just what a fun experience. And Timber Rattlers Stadium, Fox City Stadium, you know. And by the way, the Timber Rattlers, how about them? Right?
Well, we got Nikki Z
So-
coming up in just a few minutes to give an update on them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Hoping they can pull it off tonight, right?
Yeah, me too.
So,
Stay alive.
But yeah, what a great venue, and just the community support for that was amazing. Yeah, super fun.
And by the way,
super fun,
Tammy,
so.
which way did you vote on as to whether or not I should give back my Blackstone grill?
Yeah, I think you should.
I am.
There you go, Tam.
100%.
Look how quick that was. She didn't even hesitate.
No, I know.
She just that is a good, moral, community-minded person.
I don't think she's Italian.
Well, because he didn't even know what it was.
I know. It's unbelievable. I can't believe he even talks.
Oh,
He brings it up all the time. I don't.
All right, well, I'm done. You guys are getting. I'm hand delivering it to you guys like tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm dropping it off at the community shelter.
Okay.
All right.
Just give me a time so I'm sure I'm there.
I'm just telling you.
I dropped it off. I don't know where it went.
Tammy Elliott, always a pleasure to have you on.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thanks
thank you,
for having
Tammy.
me.
You're the best.
Take
WBY
care.
Channel 2. Keep it rocking.
All
Thanks,
right.
Tammy.
Nice meeting
She's great.
you.
All right,
Yes.
great.
All right.
All right, Ace, we got to play some more music on the way
And
out.
then-
But first, tell me a little bit. I want to know about this Creole dish
Creole dish. What Creole dish?
That
that
having
you're going to
with
have
the
that
symphony.
night.
Are you
What
going
do
to
they
have Creole with the symphony?
Oh, yeah.
You with us here, Ace?
I just been chilling, man.
Well, I mean, we are doing
Help us out, son.
shrimp and meat. What is it? Sausage is pure,
Andouille?
but the Creole.
Andouille?
Yeah, andouille sausage, Gulf shrimp, spiced up with the Creole seasonings and stuff like that,
Love
grilled
it.
to perfection. Kind of like a jambalaya on a stick without
Yep.
the rice. You
Love
know
it.
what I mean?
Love it.
Yeah, I'm looking very forward to it.
The food at this event sounds fantastic.
I know.
is.
And
I
wait till
know.
you hear the music.
It is.
I know.
I tried playing his one instrument back there. It's harder than it looks.
All
Everything
instruments
takes
are harder than they look.
practice.
Yeah, right? They all
Everything
look. I do. I
takes
think instruments.
practice.
I think the talent on those stages when you guys play is unbelievable because you look at this thing. It's like
It
okay, and it
doesn't
looks
seem that hard.
Oh,
And then it's like, well, give us a little bumper music on the way out here. Ace.
everything is song. This is gonna be fun to
Like
see.
that.
October
This is a
1st, we can go to
Chinese
again. Where do we get our tickets?
Ticketstar, or at gbcivic.org. You can get tickets 6 o'clock on Tuesday, October 1st.
All right, see you
Hit
there.
it, Ace.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
everything they've done with the healthcare, with the insulin.
They've done a lot of things to help lower bills.
Baldwin led the charge to make sure people with pre-existing conditions could keep their health care. And after Roe v. Wade was struck down, Tammy wrote the bill to restore equal access to abortion care for women everywhere.
She wants to make sure that all of us keep our benefits. She wants to make sure that we have the right to choose.
There's too much at stake here. We have to get out and vote.
I'm going to vote for Tammy Baldwin.
I'm proud to be voting for Tammy Baldwin.
Paid for by Power to the Polls Federal Fund, powertothepollsfund.com, which is responsible for the content of this ad. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay.
Hey, welcome back. Mine on the Mayor here with some fantastic guests, Ace Champion and Son Graham from the talk about a tremendous event coming up at Preble High School. But first, we got Nikki Z in to give us a T-Rat update.
All right, tough win last night.
Tough loss.
Tough loss. Sorry, pardon. Yeah,
That's
tough
all right.
win. Because it wasn't.
Right.
That's why it was a tough win.
Sure. Go
All
ahead.
right, so they lost last night. It's a championship series, only 3 games. It's 1-1
Tonight.
We didn't want the season to be over last night.
No.
So we're gonna get our money's worth.
Absolutely.
3rd game tonight.
This is it,
So
though.
it's Eastern, so it's 5:30 Central start time.
Okay.
You can watch on Bally Live.
Oh, okay.
Bally Sports Live.
Okay. So tonight is the championship game of the year.
Yep. Winner take all.
Wow, phenomenal.
No pressure.
I don't know. Who's favored?
Oh, I don't know the odds. I'm sorry.
That's Jim for it. Always financial, always going to gamble.
I didn't get the
I
line.
got rid of the casino. What did Nikki say?
I don't know the
Yeah,
over-under.
I don't think they have
Do you
those
want
for
to
money.
bet on how long the national anthem will take? Over-under 2.5 minutes? That's like the threshold.
Yeah. Mm.
Right. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I would think it's a good idea to ask the team president's wife which way he should bet. I think that's, I don't know.
We are
Ace,
not
what do you
related
think,
to
buddy? I think
Pete
that's
Rose.
okay. Right? Yeah, sounds like a good idea. All right, give it to us one more time, Nikki.
T-Rats tonight
against the River
Lake County Captains.
Lake County Captains.
All right,
All right.
T-Rats gonna win.
Win the
tonight.
champ.
Win it-
If they win
it
the
on Wednesday.
championship, do we get like championship hats or T-shirts or something?
You'll get a fist bump. Yep. Championship fist bump.
Just made his day.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely. Little boop boop. Little good job on the butt.
Whoa,
Hey,
hello.
hey.
Good to see you.
HR, avert your eyes.
Thank you, Nikki.
Go T-Rats.
Go T-Rats.
Go T-Rats.
Nikki Z talk about the T-Rats championship game tonight, which will be fantastic. Thanks, Nikki.
Have a good day, guys.
You
Thank
too. You too.
Take
All right,
care.
back to you guys one more time. Now, Song, how much of an influence did you have in the food versus the symphony?
Influence on who?
On the food versus the music.
Oh, I mean, it's they complement each other.
Right.
Yeah. So when you have food with the music that goes with it, the taste gets enhanced, and it's gonna be a special motivation.
Is it
and
called sensory overload? type of thing?
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely coming from your soul, right,
Yes,
Ace?
yes, yeah.
That is,
Food is
I
from
mean,
the soul. Music is
that
from
is
the
really
soul.
true, though. What she said, like if you go into an Italian restaurant and there's really great Italian music playing,
Yes.
the food does taste better.
Absolutely.
And you're right to complement, like Johnny said, the sensory of both food, taste, and music. That
And you get both things in one place.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
with a great community collaboration.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Well, you know, even the smell of certain food like
Yes.
that with the
New
music
Orleans.
all comes together, doesn't it?
It does.
absolutely.
It
Whenever
does.
I go visit Korea,
Yeah,
all I think about is what I'm going to eat.
I'll bet.
Yeah, street food especially. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about whenever I go.
You know, one of the my Korean War guys said the strongest wine he ever drank in his life was from Korea.
Oh,
Do you know what that
Korean
is?
sake. Yes, I know. It's
Sake, yeah.
very cheap, Very cheap, but if you drink it, like you get knocked out.
Sake, yeah.
Yeah.
That's yes. Hey,
Jim's like, I can attest.
I can attest to that.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Say, so
you black right out.
The Civic Symphony is really run a lot on volunteers. And I think
Absolutely.
people want you to continue your success. Can people get involved? And then to get in the symphony, you guys, I'm sure you audition and pretty
Right.
strict tryouts. But
Right.
how about just tell me a little bit more about how we can get involved?
So to get involved as a player, they have to go through the process of audition or interview, and there's kind of a requirement for that on the website and what to play, and you have to list what your experience is. And then we go through that process. So the string players are a little bit, we have more openings because they have multiple people in one section. However, we have lots of opportunities for other volunteers, like being ushering or help with board members, marketing, fundraising, or artistic, or other things, education especially.
Right. And people need to know that that's a nonprofit community event. I mean, we need to support that through not just participation and going to these things, but you need volunteers and
Absolutely, because big thing is education for us, educating youngsters, educating our community. So we do have like an educational concert for children, school children, and homeschool children in February. We are doing a King Arthur story. And then in May, we actually do video game concert at the Widener as well. So those people who are crazy about video games, please check it out.
And you put that to the symphony.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very fun concert. So we do a lot of an airport concert. We do lots of popular music. Free event, that one is. So we have a lot of fun events throughout the year.
And as much as people like music, and we love music on this show, but the symphony is kind of a special category. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
Yeah, when people think about symphony, they think, it's just kind of boring, the stage, and they wear black, and that's what they think about, but it's not. I mean, we do a lot of familiar music that we hear, listen to on TV and on social media. So you will find a lot of connection when you come to our concert.
Sounds like more of a TSO. Sort of attitude, Trans-Siberian Orchestra type of thing. You know what I mean? Where they involve certain different things and bring it all together.
Yes.
Outstanding. Okay, one more time. Last time, where's it going to be? When's it going to be? How do we get tickets?
So October 1st, this is Tuesday night, very uncommon. 6 o'clock at Preble High School Commons. You can get tickets on Ticketstar or gbcivic.org. It will all connect you to the Ticketstar. So,
Ace Champ, at some point before then, could you come in again, but bring some of the andouille and shrimp?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just doing it for the people.
I'll stop at Aldi's and pick something up for you, man.
Ace, always a pleasure having you here, man.
Always a pleasure
Your
to be here, my
talents
man.
are just unbelievable to see
Thank you,
close
my
up
friend.
like this.
Thank you. Humbled
Son,
to be
wonderful
here.
talk to you.
Yeah, thank
Congratulations.
you.
We'll
Thank you
promote the
very
heck
much.
out of this event for you.
thank you
Awesome.
so much. We appreciate that.
I think it sounds great. That's it.
We'll be there.
That's a quick day, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? That's a fun day.
So give me a quick prediction on the federal rate.
0.5% and then another 0.25% at the end of the year.
Okay, there you go. We got to go. See ya.
The Talk of Green Bay, WGBW. Todd Albaugh.